getting your attention. I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched
Gun pointed to your head, you have to pick one, Destiny. Who you think is gonna win?
I think Biden.
Gun pointed to your head, you have to pick one, Destiny.
Yeah, who's gonna win?
Who you think is gonna win?
What an idiot!
Fuck.
What an idiot!
And so today, I am announcing the suspension of my campaign. Thank you all very much.
But it ends now, simp. I'm telling you, all the simpies that are watching this right now, break free. Start lifting immediately. Punch
Is that
something.
it? Is
I
that
wouldn't
all
say
the
punch,
mic
you know what I
part?
mean.
Is
But I
that-
am also saying that you should do
Is
that.
that it? Is that the only part that I'm in? Because it's boring me now. Alright, cool. Fucking goddamn it, chat. Fucking goddamn it.
Okay, good. Now, let's repeat the non-conformist oath. I promise to be different. I promise to be unique. I promise not to repeat things other people say. Good, okay.
What's up, people? What's up, people? And what's up, people? How's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, I am here is Friday night. And as you guys know, every Friday night is my, like, if I have a stream on Friday night, you can tell that the week is over for me and I feel fucking awesome. And this is no exception. How is everybody doing today? Hey, okay, so I'm going to say this. Hail Satan. I can only say that I had thought about jumping into that. I know I jumped in a little bit into that conversation. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Kat. I do want to say that let's just say I know somebody who isn't that far away from where you're at. I know somebody who isn't that far away from where you're at. So yeah, no, like, yeah, I totally get it. Wow, that's some heavy shit. God damn. We're all struggling under capitalism, aren't we? Let's say this. Hail Satan, like, whoever that chud is in the chat, in that comment of the video, I don't know who they are, but yeah, I think that was kind of a stupid I like shit. Fuck, I won't say this. About, what was it, 6 years ago, I had a vehicle of mine. No, it's been like 7 that I had my vehicle of mine repossessed. Luckily I was able to get it out within a day, but I know how that feel. I know that feeling. I know how I know a sustained thing of being close to repossession. Trust me, I know. It's not fun. And what actually gets me is the people that would actually think that it's a moral failing, like, oh, what are you doing with your money? And it's like other bills and shit. So, trust me, I know. Why don't you put it out there like, hate to say it like this, why don't you put like a GoFundMe or it's never too early to start a Patreon or some shit like that. Definitely, because there are some generous people out there that would help. I'm just saying. Not everybody's able to, but there are definitely some generous people out there that are willing to help. So yeah, well, like, if right-wing chuds and shit can actually get hundreds of thousands of dollars for like them spouting bullshit, we on the left should be able to at least be able to support ourselves for the content that we create. So yeah, let like, if, man, yeah, damn, that's, I don't, like, yeah, good, shit. No, trust me, I understand how difficult it can be to be financially difficult. Like, yeah, no, trust me. So, what we're gonna do today, my good internet people, I think like what I don't know. I still haven't decided like a name for my audience. I don't have fans. No, I don't have fans. I have an audience of people that sit back and like to laugh at the same shit that I like to laugh at. But I'm thinking of like naming you guys. I want to go with Guardians because, you know, the Guardians like my art shit. But if y'all want to actually come up with a name for the people that watch my channel, my subscribers, we can workshop that shit. So let's finish working with the Mike from PA video. And I promise I won't stop it as much this time, because in the second half we actually get into I wouldn't say a three-way conversation. Three-way. No, fuck. I'm so fucking mature. You get into a conversation between Lance is basically being a moderator between Mike and James from, I think it's Act 4. But let's get to this. I know we left off at this last part.
Speaking, but no, when it comes to that, was he actively doing that, or was he the fall guy in this? Did he in the end take extra prison sentences, unlike the other three people who were involved in this, because he didn't want to give up and further endanger the lives of immigrants through that process? Was he hired as a contract?
Made up shit, Lance. You're just spreading propaganda. That's made up shit.
I'm not spreading that. I'm saying, does the truth lie somewhere in the middle between those two extremes?
No.
All right, so one of the things is, this is the part of the conversation where we came in, where Lance was actually pulling up a alternative hypotheses about what happened with the case. Now, Lance literally said that Bo didn't rat on the fucking immigrants, and he got to have your sentence. Now, it has since come out, since the taping of this video, or the taping of this VOD on Monday, that yeah, it was kind of what Lance was actually saying, and that Bo from the Fifth Column was actually the fall guy, because they were trying to get the people above him and the immigrants below him, and he just wouldn't give them up. But look how Mike has not released a correction for any of the shit that he's actually said. He has literally just been on this circuit, and now he's paying the cost of losing the subscribers and putting it out here as a hit piece. But let's go.
I asked you, Mike, if this was presented to you, would that change your opinion on any of this? I was like, if it came out and this was the actual what had happened, right? So where does the truth lie?
That the other people in the criminal conspiracy testified against him, as did some of the victims.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have. The other stuff is just speculation and spin that we don't have any proof of.
So much of what you were doing was speculation, dude. If you say yes, Mike, if you say he received millions of dollars in this scheme that he was doing, we don't have evidence that he was personally amassing millions of dollars. We don't have evidence that he wasn't a contract worker or being contracted by this company.
Those are just hypotheticals. You're going.
I agree with you. They're your hypotheticals. They're the ones that you presented in this video that I was.
So if you didn't actually catch that, what Lentz actually did was bring up Mike's points about, oh, Bull made millions of dollars from this. Oh, he was the mastermind. And Lentz clearly spells it out in a slightly different wording. And Mike has to admit, those are hypotheticals. But those are the same points that Mike actually did. But no one can accuse Mike of, well, knowing how to think about rewordings of things and not agree with them. But let's continue.
The hypotheticals I presented was that he was a key figure in this human trafficking ring that made millions of dollars, and he was ordered to pay $1 million. And he was sentenced to 41 months in prison for it. And then I talked about what happened in the trafficking ring. And then like all this other stuff is like weirdly ticky-tacky, like splitting of hairs, and there's not reckoning with what he did.
Now, mind you, he reckoned with going to jail. Like, that's Mike just keeps glossing over this. And maybe because Mike doesn't want to actually seem like it was, I don't know. Maybe because Mike doesn't want it to seem like that it was a, how do I put it? He doesn't want to damage his own argument, but clearly, if anybody repeats back Mike's own argument, not even in a straw man way, but just in a way where it's read differently, Mike has an issue like, no, that's not what I'm saying, but it is clearly what he's been saying. But yeah, as Kat says in the comments, Lance is framing this criticism like, yo, this is just like, hey, this is you know, this is the problems that I have. This is the I'm not excusing the shit that was actually done. And then Mike, which you'd actually go to, and he did make a video on his channel talking about how, oh, everybody hates me now when I lost subscribers. Like, dude, like, so the fuck what? You know what journalists do? You know what journalists do? If journalists are breaking a story and they didn't do shit illegal to break a story, and people actually hate them a little bit because they told the fucking truth, then they're lauded by other colleagues. It's this whole, oh, I want to seem like, oh, I want, like, you saw the shit that Mike, like, from the video that I played right when you guys came in there. It's, he wants to be liked. He thought this was going to get him some cool kid points, but it didn't. It didn't. And this is the shit that Mike is going to bitch about. But let's continue.
Not a reckoning with what he did. I mean, that's, I think, the part that I see eye to eye with you the most is if he's not going to come forward and either talk about the Lions of Liberty podcast event, if he's going to continue to say that this was like, anything other than what it was.
I know why he feels like the fall guy because he's the one that everyone testified against.
And he's also the only one who didn't provide a testimony against the immigrants in this case, right?
It feels bad to be like, do you have evidence of that? Do you have evidence of like immigrants being deported because of the testimony of these other people?
Wow, look at the goalposts being used. Look at the goalposts being moved. Like, literally, the phrase was he didn't testify against the immigrants. And then Mike immediately turns around and says, do you have evidence that they weren't deported? Like, Mike, stop. There are more things that happen if you're an immigrant and you come here legally than just being deported. If you want to come back, but it's a criminal record against you, they won't allow you back. But Mike doesn't get that because he only sees the world in black and white. But let's continue.
Or is that just something he said to manipulate?
Something he said to manipulate me? No,
like I said, facts behind it, or is this just a hypothetical?
Yeah,
where's the facts?
Okay,
Give me the evidence.
Okay, well then let's do that then. I'll need to take a reset on all this because I think you and me are getting really heated. And we have.
I'm not heated at all. I'm just like kind of disheartened that you're like just not looking at the reality that he did something fucked up. And it's
just like I don't
like. Wow, here, Mike. Let me give you some more straw for that straw man. Let me give you some more straw. Like for real. Let me give you some more straw for that straw man, Mike. God damn.
I don't think
I mean,
there's
like,
gonna be a
people,
situation where you come.
got overheated over like people saying the N-word in private, and I think that's terrible. But it's nothing compared to this. And the guy said in 2018, I could send you the document, like, don't vote. You know, like, doesn't matter. If you vote for anyone, even a third party, you are consenting to be governed.
He's an anarchist, Mike. Wait. Stop. Now, mind you, Mike was a Bernie or bust. Like I would go back to that video, but I don't like the fact that PewDiePie is calling him a simpleton in the video, in the shirt word for that, and I don't want Twitch to actually flag my channel. But like, yeah, no, Mike. We know you're a Bernie or buster. We know that you have an issue. We know specifically that you don't like Bo, but let's continue.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's extremely damaging politically. So, I
stand by this. I don't think anyone is going to defend his actions. I think what has to be on trial here is whether you think, and you were saying it, right, whether the restorative justice has been performed, and if it's to your like adequate levels, and if it's not, then that's the judgment that you make as a content creator, right?
Yes,
that's what you put forth into the world.
I mean, some people already feel good about him. Like, some people, they don't need even an apology. That's, everybody has to make their own decisions. That's what I called for. I brought this to light. If you don't think it's a big deal, that's you. And for me, I'm calling on other leftists to show solidarity for the hundreds of exploited victims and to say, hey, man, you've got to address this. You have got.
So, like, listen to that. Literally, he just said that, oh, well, that's you that you want to do it. But I'm going to recall for all other leftists to call him out. Like, literally, he just set up a fucking false dichotomy. And he also just set up a, well, if you're not a real leftist if you don't care about this shit. Like, really? Really? Fucking really? Really? This is about Mike being a kingmaker, but he's just a fucking jester. But let's go. And by the way, I'm a jester too, so, you know, fuck that. I wouldn't want to be big bad king of the fucking lefties. Oh no, fuck. No.
To be honest. And if that's too much, if I'm being unreasonable, please tell me I'm being unreasonable. But I think I'm not.
You're being unreasonable.
Kind of super strong hatred of Bo. We've never talked. But
you say, you're saying that thing again, like solidarity with the victims, as if it's like it's perpetually happening right now. He was caught. He served time for this. That wouldn't be what we put on trial. I don't think anyone is on the other side of that argument. I don't think there's going to be like a single person who's progressive or leftist who's like, oh no, that's cool what he did. That was a great thing. Like, I think everyone shows solidarity that was a terrible, horrible thing. What comes down to it now is, like you said,
you say that, but people were saying in chat earlier that he brought people in here to work. What's the big deal?
Again, it's about people in chat. Like, for real, guys. Here, watch this. You guys can disagree with me in chat. We can have those conversations about disagreement in chat. I'm not, and I said this Wednesday. When I originally was doing this video. I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, I'm in somebody else's chat with somebody I disagree with, or people that I know disagree with the point that I made. Well, your chat is actually, you know, your chat is like really being mean to me. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck?
So you're saying everybody's on the side of like solidarity with the victims, but it seems to me that there are some people who are not.
Well, I'd have to have the discussion with them then, you know?
And they were content creators. You should talk to them, you know?
I know. This seems to be like a perpetual drama farm that all of us will be talking about.
Perpetual, right?
I mean, while I'm still here, what do you think I was unfair about?
I'm gonna have to I probably will have to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. You know, now it's been like an hour since I watched your video. The thing that really stuck out to me was, the thing that really stuck out to me, Mike, was that you repeatedly accused him multiple times of amassing vast sums of wealth through this process. Whereas I don't have any evidence of that. All I see on a regular basis was that he was a subcontract worker for them. It feels to me like he was the fall guy. It feels to me like he served 41 months for his time. And like, if that's not adequate punishment for the crime, then that's a different conversation for us to have.
Okay, so you've created the idea that he's the fall guy based on the fact that other people testified against him.
No,
There's multiple things that make me think he's the fall guy. The fact that he is, as both said,
I can see.
well, the fact that he is a contract worker. Do you even acknowledge that he was a contract worker in this regard?
That's not what I saw in the evidence. What was your evidence that he was a contract worker? Maybe I missed something.
Yeah, a fucking clue. I don't know. Yeah, like, dude, like, when you go over the documents, where multiple people have gone over the documents, they show that literally Bo came in like 2003, where the whole scheme started in 99. But of course, you know, Mike is on this laser focus of trying to tear down somebody who admittedly has a higher platform, and since the fucking days that this has gone through, has still continually made videos, continually shit posted to conservatives online, on Twitter. And this shit is just a bump in a fucking road. But Mike is all mad and upset that, oh my God, why people weren't taking him seriously. Like, he literally made a video that says, well, I shouldn't have did this because I lost subscribers. Like, yeah. He's lost subs because he brought this shit up and he was crying about it. He was upset about it. But let's go.
All right, I'm gonna put a pin in this for now, Mike. I'll come back at you. I don't like having discussions about things that, like, especially where we're gonna be like, we're spurious, right? Like, neither of us is like, oh, I have to look up this, I have to look up that. Then let me amass a body of evidence for you, and then we can have like a proper debate on this topic.
I didn't know you were gonna. I didn't know you were honest. You were taking the fall guy side of this. I just was presenting.
What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, how? How do you even? Wow. Did Mike really think that when you bring evidence against someone, that somebody was just gonna take you just sight unseen? Oh, this is your evidence. You're supposed to believe me? Like, it is a reason why. And here's the thing. It is a reason why that I don't just sit back and let a video completely play. It's a reason why I don't just sit back and just clip up videos for you guys. It's a reason why I sit back and watch these videos with you guys so I can actually show what these people are actually saying and then respond to it. So you guys can make the decision about what people are saying. And then like, if you want to call me out on it, if you want to agree with it, if you want to agree with their points, that's fine. But the fact is, I don't expect you to believe me just sight unseen. I don't just expect you to believe, like, hey, look, this is what, like, if I'm talk about a study that I've seen, I bring the study up in stream so you guys can see it. Give you the way I search for it too. But fuckers like this, no, I'm the king leftist and I'm actually good and you should actually believe me. And when you don't believe me, how dare you? How dare you? But let's continue.
Again, like, I wish you had a conversation with the straw man you're looking for. I'm not saying in any way that, like, Bo is like absolved of what he did. You know, it's all right. Let's put a pin in this, Mike.
Okay. Well. All right. I'm sorry if it got heated. I just. If you could send me the evidence of him being a contract worker and the fall guy, I would like to see it. But nevertheless, he did participate knowingly in the trafficking of hundreds of people. He did submit all the documents. He did go to the places of work. He did take the money from the women so that they made less than federal minimum wage. He did do all those things. That's clear in the evidence. And
yeah, keep going.
I'm not defending any of that.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy.
Right. See ya.
Everyone keeps saying, "Bring on James." You're talking about James from what?
A few moments later.
Oh, James is the host of Act.tv. Apparently, he's known Bo for 10 years. Has some very spicy things to say. Why don't you you give me a quick breakdown to what's happening and your thoughts on the subject?
All right, so just to give you a heads up, he knows. Wow, Justin King speaking at Ohio State and against corruption. All right, yeah. All right, let's go.
apology clipping the audio. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm in somewhat of a similar situation as you in that I think that there's a lot here that A, if Bo wanted to discuss it, he would be personally discussing it, and B, if Mike really wanted to have a conversation about, contrition and what's been done, maybe he would have contacted Bo, any of the co-conspirators, any of the attorneys, the district attorney, or any of the advocacy groups for the 1,000 women and teens who were brought across the border. However, none of that has happened either on A or B. So I think a whole bunch of people wanted to bring me in here with you so they could continue the blood sports after Mike's 14-hour straight press junket that has included, the morning show, then Chud Logic, then Left Flank Vets, over to here, and however many other streams he can get his 2,200 click video on before the end of the night.
So if you actually listen to that shit, Mike went on like 4 different shows before this to try to make sure that everybody knows. Everybody knows. The problem is, like, everybody says they're like, this isn't new to Bo's community. This isn't new. But, this is new to people who may have known Bo after he hit 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000. I've been watching Bo. He was recommended to me back when he still had like 50,000, and it's been a meteoric rise over the last couple of years. Fuck, I'm envious, not jealous. I'm envious, but fuck, I wouldn't know what to do with over 500,000 subs. Fuck, wow. Anyway, but the thing about it is, this is, if you think that you've had a scoop, if you want to play journalist, then you address the target of your journalistic inquiry. But let's go.
Was that fairly concise?
that was concise.
Thank you. I do try.
Do you have information on anything that had happened that we're unaware of? Because I know you've known Bo personally for a very long time.
I will say that your hesitation in jumping full bore into this, in so much that literally everybody testified against Bo, and literally Bo is the only one who didn't testify against any of the people who came over, is very close to dead balls on. And I think that if anybody has ever been arrested and then been convicted, and there was a quote deal cut where, I don't know, you were sentenced to less of a term than you could have been, or there is a restitution agreed upon between defendants and an accused, a lot of that goes into court documents that get sealed. You are not allowed to discuss them, and not being allowed to discuss specifics is a lifetime thing, unlike certain crimes that are only, you can only hit somebody for them 8, 10, 20 years after a crime has been committed. If you do cut a deal with a district attorney, i.e. the state, there are certain aspects of the case you are forbidden from speaking about that is for life.
Now, Mike, well, he pretended to be a lawyer, but he didn't finish law school. Mike went to law school, so you know this shit. If you're a lawyer, there are certain shit that you cannot speak about for a long motherfucking period of time. But, Mike is pretending to be journalist now, just like he pretended to be a lawyer. But let's go.
So you're saying based on that criteria, it would make more sense to you in terms of like,
hey,
it's not exactly like there's hard proof in that direction. It's more just like, this is the way I would read it, kind of thing.
I mean, I think you're dead balls on. I've heard most of the story from the horse's mouth myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure like if somebody wanted me going off half cocked, like giving out specific details, again, I think they would have come on here themselves to do so. I know that there was absolutely no attempt made to reach out to Bo about any of this, because I did speak with him last night. I'm glad that Mike had 120 people in his Discord working 17 hours straight to put together that 35-minute long video. I'm glad to see that he rallied the troops to, because he wanted truth and contrition out of somebody off of a story he found off of a 2-year-old Reddit thread on BreadTube after reading the LA Times plant article, and said, look, this is news. Nobody's talked about this. I can tell by looking at all the links in this 2-year-old fucking Reddit thread on BreadTube. So, yeah, okay.
Now, Mike, he does seem a little bit biased. I'm not gonna lie, he does seem a little bit biased because Bo is his friend, I guess. Like the two of them are actually at Ohio State, and yeah, I think he also did a video of I don't know if it's on this channel here. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Here we go. I think this is the guy.
Battery to perform all the same functions that a tablet would do.
In fact, you want to every single time. And this is also the same stage where you work out the details. Exactly.
I think this is the same guy.
Obtain. How is it going to be delivered? All of that stuff. And how you're actually.
Also, this is a video that I actually keep, and I need to actually go and
like a regular whoopee, but
nah,
it's a really great item that I have with me.
This is guy's name, Keith. Okay,
food.
But I actually want to. If you actually want to see like emergency supply bags, this is actually a good video, and I think everybody should actually take the time to actually look at this video and see if you can actually get some of these things. Especially with, I'm not going to say to be a conspiracy nut or something like that, but I would actually say just to like over time try to get some of this stuff because you never know if some shit happens. And this would be good in anywhere. It's also a good survivalist video, and they kind of brighten it out. But hey, of course, right? But let's get back to the real shit, right? Let's go. Oh, wrong thing.
Okay, cool. I'm really glad this is being rehashed for a third time in 10 years. I explained this to my chat last night. I had to sit through this crap with Taibbi when Taibbi's Russian intern sex scandal got brought back up by Milo in an effort to, quote, cancel him just as his new book was coming out. Yeah, these old chestnuts have a habit of fucking rehashing themselves when certain people are not allowed to speak about certain specifics on a case and can only speak about generalities.
Someone in chat is saying, I don't know if this is true. Did you notice in the court document, it mentions how high the penalty was going to get reduced to much as it would assume that he cut a deal to either the locations of these trafficked people, the creator of the visas, and more higher up traffickers under the plea deal? I don't know. I've never looked into, like, that's why I said I want to research the documents a lot more before speaking on them, because obviously, like, we're entering territory where, depending on what you say, it can also be like slander, right? Libel is written.
Yes.
Yeah.
And being as somebody, and again, like for shits and giggles, if you want, like I'll send you the link to my muckrack profile. It's not like I haven't written more than 850 feature articles in the last decade.
I want to get to this
Unlike some people who want to play journalist twice a year with their Discord channel. Yeah, I actually did this shit for a living. And if I'm going to go out and do, quote, journalism, I'm going to do so with, quote, journalistic integrity. I'm going to understand that things are alleged, unless they are confirmed, by two independent sources, which is the difference between something being reported and assumed or something being factually asserted. But again, people who don't do this for a living don't understand that.
Okay, I would only do this if I had your consent. If I brought Mike on, would you be comfortable with that, or would you rather just not speak to him?
I mean, I'd rather not speak to him, but if he wants to like eke out the last 3 ounces of juice out of the press junket because there isn't an 8 p.m. booking, sure. I will be more than happy to say the fucking very same things I just said for the last 12 minutes again. I'm more than happy to. I'm really good at repeating myself.
Okay, so this is what the blood sports is. And if it was just like the first hour of the video, that would have been fine. But this is where it gets interesting. Now, this is like a 40-minute section, and I want to finish this by the end of the section. So, guys, stay with me on this one. Stay with me on this one, because this is where it gets fun. Let's speed it down just a little bit, because this is going to be the fun part. Let's go.
As well, I mean, instead of yes, because he's asking me if he can respond to this, and I'm like, well, I can.
Of course, fine, bring him on. Go ahead. Let's get this crap.
All right. Mike from PA is now joining our call. Welcome to the spectacle, everybody.
James, I gotta say that nothing you said was like on point to the situation. It was, talking about like Milo, talking about other stuff. And I'd be happy to talk to Bo, but you were so hard against me yesterday.
Yes, I was.
You immediately went onto the attack and was very personal.
It was.
And
like, Mike is actually upset. Like, how dare you? I would have loved to talk to Bo, but you started attacking me, and it became personal. Like, you're talking about the man's friend, Mike. I know you don't have very many of them. I know you don't, my mans. You don't have many friends, or the friends that you do have, as we saw with the video with you and Bad Bunny. You don't know exactly how to take clues from friends. So, like, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so it didn't seem like you were a good faith actor that was like willing to entertain the idea that maybe Bo did something that needs reckoning with.
Number one, I'm not required to be a good faith actor for your personal benefit or.
Well, you said that to be ethical, I have to like do all these things.
Gentlemen, let me start by saying that rather than we just scream over each other, we'll let one person speak and then the other person respond. We'll just keep that going for as long as we can. All right?
Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
So before we even get further, I know Kat, you're in the chat, and you're not. I know that Lance is your boo thing, and like you really, really love him. But like this is where he doesn't have to, quote unquote, be the target of seeing like he's a villain, because now James is happily taking on the monitor of shitting on Mike, and this is the blood sports that I like, because. Here's the thing. Oh, I show you the I put the video in chat because I played it on Monday stream with him and his Bad Bunny where he punches a couch. Yeah, because she says that doesn't know how to take clues of when somebody's being serious. But I'll put it in the Discord chat. You can actually watch the shit. Yeah. Here, let me actually do it if I can. I'll do it later because I don't want to mess up the string. But yeah. Let's go.
Go ahead, hit it.
So, all right. So you admit didn't you also say he could quote disappear me? Is that something that you said?
Should I respond now? I believe what I actually said was you have to be really high to piss off a professional operator, because a professional operator can both physically disappear you off the face of the planet and digitally disappear you and make things just come and go at will. I mean, considering that you spent, the last 10 hours calling him
this is a threat. Like, don't
wait, no, Mike, no, it is not a threat. It is not a threat. It is not a threat. Here's the thing. Oh my God, like throughout this whole conversation. Let's be honest with you. Mike knows he won't be able to get a conversation with Bo. Like, he knows he won't. So what he has actually been doing is been using first Lance as a proxy for Bo, and now he's using James as a proxy for Bo. That's why he said, well, now you're threatening me. Like, no, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying it's pretty stupid to say, well, this person who you know to be an operator, professional operator, and you know to be in a alien smuggling situation, it's pretty stupid for you to literally start personal attacks. Like, if you want to come up with the shit, that's fine. But to start personal attacks, that's fucking stupid. Especially if you believe that the person didn't change. If you just think that they're a terrible person, yeah, it's stupid. It is fucking stupid. If you think, hey, this is a serial killer, let me go give him a mother, and he'll always be a serial killer. Let me not stand around somebody and hand them a fucking knife. But Mike doesn't get that. Because Mike likes, like any other authoritarian dipshit, he likes to be a victim. And when he's a victim, well, you guys see that he cries about the shit. When people talk bad about him, he cries about the shit because his feelings are hurt. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Let's continue.
I'm saying nobody in their right mind would fucking piss off a professional operator who you literally just spent the last 12 hours calling a human trafficker, i.e. somebody who can make people disappear from one place and appear in another.
So he isn't a human trafficker, or I should be scared? Which one is it? I'm confused.
I know you're confused. It's part of your charm, Mike.
Yes!
Well, you can explain it to me, because I think everybody just saw you threaten me, and that was really cringe.
I don't think
I should be frightened of Bo doing something to me.
No, I didn't imply that. I implied that somebody must be high to want to piss off a professional operator.
Okay. Since you brought
you
that up,
high?
what did Bo do?
Are you high?
Okay. Let's one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Like, oh my god, he's calling them out on this shit, and it's fucking funny as hell. It is fucking hilarious. Like, no, I'm not saying anything. Are you high? Are you high? Let's go.
I just want to interrogate it. So Bo is a professional operator. Now, as far as I know, he has claimed to be a gray operator, which means he never worked for the U.S. government, but he worked for like companies and other organizations. Do you have any like background? Has he actually talked about some of the operations that he did? I know that he was the body.
And see, here's the thing. Look at what Mike is doing now. Look at what Mike is doing. It's almost as if he's trying to cross-examine Bo. But I mean, I'm just saying. What the fuck, Mike? What the fuck? But let's continue.
The guard of Oliver North, is that correct? The guy who did the Iran-Contra scandal and who was the president of the NRA?
Yes, your followers put that picture in your Discord channel about 9 hours ago.
And look at Mike's whole thing of trying to poison a well. Oh, he was bodyguard to Oliver North. Like, okay, what does that have to do with any fucking thing? It's like, wow, what does that have to do with any fucking thing? If somebody was a Secret Service agent to Trump, does that mean that they're a bad person? Like, what the fuck, man? Mike, you're doing it wrong, dog. You're doing it wrong. But let's continue.
So he was a bodyguard for Oliver North.
I can't confirm or deny that. I believe Bo could. But I believe I saw the same picture that your followers supplied for you in your Discord channel.
Okay, so you were in my Discord looking at some of the stuff people linked.
I've been on your Discord for the last 16 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
guys, everybody, he's into my open Discord. So, all right. Okay. So you're not ready. You say he's an operator, but you're not comfortable talking about any things that he did.
No, I said that.
Wait, what? What? Like, what? Really, Mike? Really? Like, he's not Bo. Those are two different people. He's not Bo. But let's continue. Let's continue.
As a leftist?
I didn't say that. I said it's my place to neither confirm nor deny what somebody else did.
Wait. What's the
comfortable talking about any things that he did?
No, I said that
as a leftist.
I didn't say that. I said it's my place to neither confirm nor.
Wait, did he just try to put him out as not a leftist because he doesn't want to talk about the shit that somebody else did? Like, wow.
Deny what somebody else did. What's the term for that when you make assertions about something that somebody else did that you weren't personally involved in? I believe there's an expression for that. People who went to law school, I believe, would know that. That's called hearsay. That's right.
Shots fired.
Court statement used to prove the matter is asserted. So when you're
like, people give Mike shit for this. He actually tried to come off as a lawyer, but like he didn't finish law school. So yeah, motherfucker. That's like, this is why I love. This is what the left needs more of. I get it. I know a lot of leftists don't want to be the confrontational motherfuckers like me. They don't want to be that. Oh, no. Yes, be confrontational. Don't just try to get a whole group of people behind you and say, well, we all agree that this is wrong. No, stand up for your value. If somebody's coming up with some bullshit that you know is wrong, you fucking stand up for it. Drop my phone. Sorry about that, guys. But let's continue.
Right, and bringing out a statement to prove a thing that was it has nothing to do with like somebody else talking about somebody else.
I cannot confirm or deny other people's actions unless they have specifically discussed those specific actions.
But I thought, so you said that I was, again, I'm happy to talk to Bo, but he seemingly refuses to talk about this. He refused to talk about it on his 100,000 subscriber stream.
So you messaged
talked about, Okay, I mean, admittedly, I didn't because I was told that he was going to be making.
Look, he was about to lie. He's about to lie. He's like, I did. Like, no, admittedly, yeah, no, he's about to lie. He was about to lie. Oh my God, he was about to lie. But let's go.
A video very shortly this morning that was going to refute everything I had to say. He was going to do a response video, and so I wanted to make sure that there was a presentation of what I had available so that he couldn't just do a spin narrative, because I had seen people out there, especially people in your community, saying that he was a good guy who had like helped people cross, like a coyote to help refugees. And that's something that he said before. And that's not what's apparent in the documents, not just from the police, but also from Southern Poverty Law Center, from the University of Florida's human trafficking report that was written for the Bar Association of Florida. So I wanted to make sure that evidence was out there before, like, you know, obviously he's huge on YouTube and I'm not a YouTube guy.
Mike, is that what it is? Is it that he's huge on YouTube and you're not a YouTube guy? Is it that his live streams on YouTube will get more than your live streams on Twitch? Is that what it is, Mike? That's what it is. Oh, poor little baby. We're going to get you a nice little bunny to rub that's actual bunny, so you don't have to try to cringeworthily try to rub on another type of bunny. But let's continue.
And I don't have 600,000 subscribers. I have a small channel. I know that I'm not significant in the face of somebody promoted by, you know, a lot of powerful money interests to prevent Silicon Valley from being regulated. So I know that everything I say is going to be running up against a much, much larger community.
Wow. Did he just again try to poison a whale? Like, oh, well, I'm not supported by big tech companies, but like, how many of you guys really think that if Mike had the amount of subscribers that Bo had, that Mike wouldn't have done this story? How many people that if Mike had the respect that Bo had, he wouldn't have done this story? No, this is literally about him trying to grab so many respect crumbs from somebody else. This is all this is about. And I know I keep saying that, but like, he keeps letting shit go. Like, fuck, like, I get it. To criticize somebody online, that's what social media is. And I would be remiss if maybe I have this way of thinking because I'm somebody who criticizes people hundreds of thousands of times bigger than I am. But let's just be honest. Like, if you had general critique about this, you wouldn't be flipping out when people question you about the shit. If you wouldn't be flipping out about how, oh my God, no. If you standing on your principle and not just trying to get, I hate to say it, get clout, or not even get clout off of, but just get this whole unearned respect because you want to seem like you're the bestest leftist, you wouldn't be making comments like this. But let's go.
I did so to be transparent. Maybe I got some things wrong there. I'm happy to correct them when they're brought to my attention. And my main contention here has been, please, Bo, can you be honest about what happened? Explain it and like be contrite, because like you say that this is an alt-right talking point. If that's the case, if this is something that the right is going to use to attack Bo and undermine the left, you know, I think it would be damaging to advocates of immigration reform that one of the leading people on YouTube has been convicted of human smuggling, right? Like, couldn't that be used to like for normies and people that are in the middle? Won't that turn them off from our position? So isn't it responsible of him to like come clean?
Wait, first, before we let James respond. Wait. Okay, so one of the things that was happening is his videos were being used to help de-radicalize people. So people will be searching for certain shit on YouTube, and then Bo's video will pop up. And it would actually help to de-radicalize people. Bo has even said that it's like, hey, you know, I was on the wrong path, and I saw your video, and that made me change. It let me know that I can change. And guess what? If you're on the fucking left, that's what you want. You don't want people to be stuck in this fucking no man's land of needing to leave an abusive way of thinking, leaving an abusive cult, leaving an abusive family, leaving an abusive social group. And then when they say, hey, I want to come to the left, it's like, well, you were bad on this particular time, so no redemption for you. But Mike wants to be that person. Mike wants to be gatekeeping number fucking one. because that makes him the bestest leftist. It is a shame that so many people on the left want to gatekeep the fact that, hey, yo, we want to gatekeep because we want to seem like the bestest leftist. And that's the shit that Mike is doing right here. But let's go.
Well, considering that you and your community started working on that video an hour and a half before I even went live yesterday, I would say that you've now done 5 of these shows today, and you've clearly ironed out your talking points as opposed to this morning on Chud Logic when you were tripping all over yourself. And I'm glad to see that you've ironed this out after 17 hours of video work and 5 appearances today, Mike. Finally got it ironed out.
Okay. First of all, like, I'm not getting paid to come on the Lance's stream.
Bullshit. Because what's happening is Mike is getting people going to his fucking YouTube channel. Mike is trying to get people to go to his Twitch channel. Mike is using this shit for his own fucking personal aggrandizement. It is no question that this is actually trying to boost Mike's social status as, hey, I'm the bestest leftist. And the fact that you get more people coming watching your shit means that, hey, no, me going on a different channel, I'm not going to get paid from them. I'm not going to be part of their super chats. I'm not going to be part of their Streamlabs donations. But if people like me, then I can get more people to my shit. And that's something that is fucking true. It is a reason why I go on shows that of people that I actually like, that I agree with and I have good conversation with, because 1, good conversation, 2, so I can reach their audience, and 3, they help promote me in their audience. Now, granted, you can actually say this is bad publicity for Mike because of the way he's actually acting, but there are people, especially on the left, that likes purity tests. There are people who love purity tests. Those people are fucking idiots because no one is pure. Let he who has no sin cast the first fucking stone. But these people don't feel that way because they're the bestest leftists. But let's go.
I'm doing it because
I can't confirm it tonight.
I'm being attacked, right, by a lot of people, including you. And I have the position I have, and I have the evidence I have, and I'm begging for contrary evidence that's not based on who I am. I know a lot of you don't like me and you never will. I'm okay with that.
No, he's not okay with it. He's not okay with it, but let's go.
Okay. But what I would like you to do is reference the facts and reference what happened.
Can I ask a fair question? Okay, I'm going to ask a very fair question. If in the now 32 hours since you first had the idea to do this, if you had wanted any of these answers legitimately, you would have legitimately contacted any one of the players in this. You did not reach out to Bo. You did not reach out to any of his co-conspirators. You did not reach out to the district attorney, the office of the district attorney, the Florida State Bar, or any of the groups that represent victims from trafficking. You reached out to nobody, yet now 32 hours later, I'm really just crusading for the people on the left who can't speak for themselves, and I'm just looking for answers when I couldn't be bothered to ask the source for those answers. This is your spiel, Mike. This is why nobody takes you seriously.
Okay, so you're all right. So you're
like he just laid it out. We just heard the shit. Like I hate to say it like this, but you're white knighting for a group of people who's already been defended, who's already been the justice has actually been doled out to them. You're white knighting for these people for what? Because you're upset? Because it's I don't get it. I don't get why this need to just be like, oh yeah, no, I'm standing up for the little guy. Okay, why are you standing up? When did this happen? Over 12 years ago. Okay, is he still doing it now? No, he went to jail. Wait, but so he's paid his time, his debt to society. Oh yeah, but that's not justice. Wait, okay, did he have to pay restitution? Oh yeah, he had to pay $1 million with the rest of the co-defendants. isn't that restitution? Well, no, he was personally responsible for all of it. But didn't you say with the rest of the defendants? Yeah, but like, did he? Did they find that he has to get like? What Mike isn't what he glossed over, and I didn't make full mention of it in the last video, is there are certain shit that were what is that? Civic asset forfeiture, excuse me, that they was like, okay, even though it was used in the commission or you use proceeds, like they gave it back. So even the $1 million, Bo wasn't personally responsible for it. It was just a judgment against all of the defendants. But hey, why would we let facts get in the way of a good witch hunt?
Belief is that whenever someone on a Twitch stream is discussing a pressing matter, that they first must contact the people and proceed with your level of journalistic intensity.
No, if you are going to make a 35-minute discovery video on YouTube where you put up legal documents and you make assertions that people traffic humans, then you want
to believe
answers,
that I should contact the people. They're going to want to come on my Twitch stream to discuss their participation in a human trafficking or human.
Do you think it would have been fair to reach out to them? I think more is this question.
No, I absolutely think it's fair to reach out to Bo. But
why was it a but? If you're doing a discovery video, if I came out and said, yo, I got this major thing that this major YouTuber, this major Twitch streamer was doing some shady shit. Did some shady shit. And here's the evidence of it. And by the way, I don't like this person anyway. What would you take that evidence for? Would you take it as somebody being completely unbiased, just stating the facts? Even if, the fucked up part about it is, as broken as the mainstream media is, they still make a show, a gesture, however empty or not, hollow or not. They still make a gesture to say, hey, this is what we saw. You want to make a comment? Now, usually it's returned no comment, but still, yeah, no. Even the recent shit with Matt Gaetz, where was it the Washington Post or it was something. They came out, was like, hey, we have this problem. Do you want to comment? And in the story, they write no comment. We reached out. We didn't get a response. That's literally the thing that you do before you release this story. If you're doing it for an unbiased reason. But we know Mike isn't doing this for an unbiased reason. But let's continue.
James here. And again, this is me publicly reaching out to Bo right now. I haven't gone on my Twitter account and made a bunch of accusations and attacks. I haven't gone out of my way to attack Bo and try to humiliate him. I've made my video. I've asked for him to respond. It's not an effort to destroy the guy. That's just something these people are cooking up in their own mind. And the reason why they're going to the clout is because they can't discuss the facts.
What were the facts? I'm confused. Where are the facts that are incorrect? The fact is, hey, it happened a while ago, and I'm not talking about it anymore. Wait, let's go.
I'm not getting much clout out of this. It's not like I'm getting super boosted. Those viewers are not on Twitch. That's where I am. That's where my money is made. It's just baseless. What I'm trying to do is get the facts out there. And quite frankly, it doesn't seem like any of you care what they are. It seems like you guys have an emotional bias. You're a friend, so your bias is clear. You don't want to see your friend hurt. That's human. That's normal. I get it. But for the rest of us,
something tells me Mike doesn't get how friends work. But that's an ad hom. That's an ad hom. But let's go.
Us who are not connected personally to Bo, who haven't been his friend for 10 years, I would like him to answer. If he and I don't believe he comes on streams like mine to talk about his past. I know he did talk on that on a right-wing libertarian channel.
Can I ask a question to answer? Lance,
yep.
How many times has Bo appeared on your Twitch broadcast?
Twice, I think, or 3 times.
Okay.
I mean,
would you say he's a difficult person to get in touch with? Was he difficult to get in touch with?
No, but I don't want to also say that like is someone like is you have to be followed back on Twitter before he'll talk to you, right? But I've personally never had any trouble. I don't think I'm a good metric for like what the average person could do in terms of reaching out to Bill, though. Just to be fair,
Mike's not an average person.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He's not a schmuck. Mike's got check marks on multiple social media platforms. He's not some jackhole who just wanders in and goes, I demand answers, Bo.
He would talk to me.
I demand answers. I'm sorry. So sorry. Well, maybe Mike is like that. I'm just okay. Let's go.
I
don't know that he would talk to you.
I will offer it. I will say, hey, let's go over this. Bring all the documents. Now you also
offered 34 hours after I made the video. That's the problem, Mike. This is the problem you keep blowing past. Oh well, maybe I should have reached out to him, but I didn't. And oops,
I was told
already filled.
James, did you not publish the idea that he was going to make a response? Why would I need to bring him on if he's going to publish a response?
Wow! This is what Mike really wants this to be. He wants it to be a back and forth, like you make a YouTube video, I make a YouTube video. Then you make a YouTube video, I make a YouTube video. Like, wow. Now, mind you, the only reason why I'm doing this video is because I promised you guys that I'm gonna finish this video because this is pretty long. And quite frankly, the left has actually moved on. The left has markedly moved on. And it's funny because, quite frankly, Mike didn't get the shit that he actually wanted to get from this. And it's fucking funny. By the way, I've been covering that up the whole stream. Wow. Anyway, let's go.
Didn't you run away? Didn't you directly message him immediately after I started uncovering these details?
No, I actually messaged him about 10 minutes after my stream went live when somebody DM'd me all the shit givenness that happened.
Okay.
And then
by the way, do you know who came up with
Wait. So, I want you guys to savor this conversation for the next 2 minutes. I want you guys to savor this conversation. This is the champion of the left here, guys. This is Kingmaker Mike from PA. This is Mike from PA. Let's listen to this shit.
Somebody DM'd me all the shit givenness that happened.
Okay.
And then
by the way, do you know who came up with the shit given, Lyman? There was a Democratic state senator called Trump a shit given.
It's money. It's money.
And that guy has now been bounced out of the Democratic Party for sexual harassment. So good quote.
Yeah.
Wait. So not only are you guilty by association by being a friend with somebody who has a questionable past, but the fact that you're using a term that somebody else used and was problematic, that shows how much of a bad person you are. Mike is aggrieved because he was called a shit given. Because the popular origin of that phrase was somebody who may have fucked up a while ago. Wow. I wonder what what happens if he finds out that Michael isn't exactly a good name for some people. I'm just saying, some bad people had the name of Michael. Ooh. PA, Pennsylvania, some bad shit happened in Pennsylvania. Like, we can go that route. Wow. Okay, let's go.
Wait till somebody explains to you that there are no great writers, only great plagiarists.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
All right, let's focus up, gentlemen.
I don't know, it's just one of those cringe things. Anyway, his name is Galen Leach, chat, if you want to look it up. Anyway.
Fuck! Like, for real? You're the bestest leftist and the bestest political commentary because you know who came up with the popular term shit given. Yeah.
Okay, so you're mad at that I didn't reach out to Bo. Okay, fair enough. I will talk to Bo if he'll talk to me. I will clarify this. And had it been publishing this with an editor, I'm sure they would have suggested that. And I absolutely agree that that's a good thing. We should bring Bo on to talk about it. So
like I said,
Lance, if you would reach out to him for me and say, hey, Mike from PA wants to talk to you about this stuff, and he's a good faith actor. He's not there to hurt you. Come on to his stream and let's talk about this. And
did everybody else get that? Like I know those two chuckled when he said he was a good faith actor. I like when I first heard this, because I did watch this video already. This is why I'm bringing it to you. This is why I know so much about the video. But like, Mike, you're not a good faith actor, dog. We see your bias. We see it. But maybe this goes back to the whole you don't understand people when they're talking to you type thing. But let's continue.
And
I'll be totally honest though. The reason I laugh there is that if I had seen someone make a video about me in the way you did, it would be hard for me to approach that like that. This is a good faith. It's going to be a good faith interaction.
what was
right?
the bad faith part? Do you think?
With
what
the
the
video?
fuck?
I mean, you say like I said he made millions, and I don't have the best evidence for it, other than like the court documents and the conspiracy made millions. So whether or not he personally made millions, I don't have the best argument. I don't have the best direct evidence for it, but I do know the conspiracy made millions.
My point here being is that I think it's less about James saying that you should now have like a debate with Bo or something on the channel, and more like I know, sorry, but what I mean by that is that like it's more he's criticizing that ahead of the time before you would release this. His critique is that you should have reached out to the people involved, the players involved beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good faith.
Do you make a video? Just question: when you make a video about Steven Crowder, do you reach out to Steven Crowder first?
I do.
Yes, every single time.
Okay. The funny part about it is, I don't think Mike, I don't think Mike gets it. I don't think he gets it. Because listen to this next answer. Listen to this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I do.
Yes, every single time.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I was like,
he says, "Oh, okay. Wow. Sarcasm just went. Okay, but let's go.
But I'm also
So is
like,
so is that standard? Is it standard on YouTube video creation to reach out to the?
No, it's standard for
made dozens of videos about me, and they never.
Wow. He kept going with it instead of calling them out like that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit. He kept going with it. Like, wow. And then he's like, well, people make dozens of YouTube videos about me. Like, wow. This is such like if somebody was to point Mike up as a snowflake leftist, I wouldn't be able to argue with them. If people were to point Mike as specifically the stereotypical snowflake leftist, I would have to say, y'all, I have to own that one because no. Fuck no. But let's continue.
Standard when you're playing the part when you spend 35 minutes with 100 people helping you. You literally have an entire team of people and you're making a takedown piece on somebody and you have your hands on quote evidence, which is court files. I mean, they saw everything you have. Like everything you have, they're all valid documents. It's not like they got, made up in a fucking.
So I didn't make anything up. It's not made up.
No, I didn't say you made any documents up. But
James,
I said that there was a lot of nuance and that at no point did you bother reaching out to anybody. You went with the approach of I am going to poop on this person first, and then afterwards I'll worry about the specifics of,
James, can I ask you something though? Where I've heard you make that assertion twice now. You said he had 100 people working on this with him. What's the evidence behind that?
Oh my god! I have like 385 different Discord shots. You had to see it. It was like it was like a fucking production army over there.
Okay, Mike, did you pay them, Mike? Did you pay them all?
I exploited. No, some of my Discord community was really fired up when they found out about this.
Wait, Mike! Somebody's doing work for your video. Did you pay them? Did you pay them the federal minimum wage, Mike? Did you pay them? Huh? What? You didn't pay them because people were passionate? Oh.
Yes, and they posted stuff, and I have 5,000 people in my Discord, man. Like people chat and do things. It's not part of something that I directed. I have like 5 people who are in my inner circle mod team that we talk sometimes on Discord. There was there was no gigantic production led by me to scour every possible archive and get the stuff. This was the stuff that was readily available. And third parties.
Hold on. No, this
People
morning
in
on
a voice chat that they're in all the time. People are in my voice chat.
This morning on Chud Logic, you claimed twice that you spent the night scouring the internet to find clips where Bo apologized or discussed the redress.
Yes, I did. I personally did.
But
wow, it's fucking fun when somebody comes with receipts. It's fucking fun when somebody comes with receipts. Like, wow. And this is the thing that kind of gets me. All of the shit that, like, Mike is actually going through and trying to criticize, but when that same criticism and scrutiny is onto him by just one person, where it seems as if Mike had a whole team of people helping him, he wilters and falters. But yeah, let's go.
But now you just said you and your team didn't spend hundreds of hours scouring stuff on the internet. You're horribly inconsistent, Mike.
That's not inconsistent. That's not inconsistent. I said I personally did, and I did. And I found two things. I found him on this right-wing libertarian podcast where he said his politics were most closely aligned with the Libertarian Party in Florida, especially a crank that was against driver's licenses. And then he talked, and that was the end of the video, which Lance said was pretty damning. And then the other time was the very beginning of the video, which was the 100,000 sub Q&A, where basically he did a very lawyerly, like, oh, it's ridiculous that I've been accused of human trafficking. I was convicted of human smuggling, of alien smuggling. And then he said, he asked himself a rhetorical question, are you going to talk about it? And he said no.
But Mike, you went to law school, dog. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, either somebody's supposed to use that language or they don't. And you're using that language. You're using those categories. But like the let's continue.
So those are the two times I found referencing it. Now you in the clip where you called me a shit gibbon, quoting Dalen Leach, proven sexual predator.
Wait, why the fuck do you have to throw that shit out there? Like, like there is virtue signaling and there is fucking virtue lighthousing. Like, fuck. Like, there's like, oh yeah, we're just holding up. And this is like fucking lighthouse. Like the fuck? Like, okay, if somebody calls you a shit gibbons, like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, why do you have to keep bringing that shit up? You can tell his fucking feelings were hurt from that shit. Like, wow, you called me a shit gibbons. You called me, or really what it is, he wants to act aggrieved and playing the victim. But let's go.
That there was like,
I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm so out of the loop here. But anyway, sorry.
Oh, a gibbon is a type of, like, I think it's a primate. So just calling someone a shit gibbon is a funny turn of phrase because, like, gibbon is fun to say.
Yeah, it is. Good mouthfeel.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it does have good mouth.
So then you said, like, there was all sorts of examples of him talking about it on his channels. I went and looked for it because I didn't want to make the video if I was wrong in my thesis, which is like, he's actually contrite, he's sorry, he's been working on it, and he's publicly honest about it. But I couldn't find it.
And again, I know I said this on Wednesday. It's like Mike wants Bo to have a scarlet letter on him or some shit. Yeah, real progressive, Mike. Real progressive. Fuck. Let's go.
Right, and I said that he discussed it once in a video and again later when it came back up again on a live stream. Both of which are on the VOD clip that Hackstock passed along to you that you watched. Exactly what I said. That he was, and Lance just played the video again less than 15 minutes ago. I said that Bo has discussed this once in a YouTube video and once on a live stream.
Okay,
exactly what I said.
So did I miss something?
Let me guess. He's gonna. Hey, James is gonna say, yes, you missed a lot. B, James is gonna say, well, that's the point of this whole thing. Or C, James is gonna say, fuck, of course you are. You're a fucking idiot. Let's go with any one of those.
Well, no, you've missed a lot of stuff just because you didn't bother to ask anybody. Like, you're sitting around wondering, I wonder if he was an ANCAP or a libertarian. And then you literally go on to quote that he worked with people from anti-media, and you're sitting here utterly clueless of context, having no idea who Anti-Media or Free Thought Project are, or that, yes, they are indeed like a 17 million follower ANCAP community who fucking Justin worked with combined with a whole bunch of websites he had, including but not limited to stuff like the Tribune, which you didn't find, Sleeper Cells, which you did find. Like, you literally knew half the story. I sat there watching your people in Discord doing research, acting like they were fucking discovering like gold nuggets by the side of the river, and there were other people's turds from a 3-year-old Reddit thread.
Okay, so your argument is this is old snooze and it's not significant because it's old?
No, I'm saying.
Wow, let's get some more straw for that straw man. But let's go.
This particular subject,
and he is an ANCAP.
This particular story. No, I'm saying that he used to work with a libertarian media group.
I mean, okay, so like based on I'm sorry to interrupt you, James, but he said in his perfect world, it sounded very much like libertarian memes, very much like ANCAPistan, mutualism, like, you know, businesses voluntarily funding hospitals. If Lance wants to watch the video, and I think it would be fair to say that he's at least right-wing libertarian adjacent.
Is that pertinent to the accusations that you've been making, though?
Well, yes, because it relates to his like comfortability of like exploiting people. Like, if
wait, what? How? Fuck! How? Like, he wants to paint Bo as this whole just like nasty little motherfucking just like, oh no, he's not really a leftist. He's a righty. It's like the bullshit that Tucker Carlson actually does, like this fake populism. But literally, libertarians were originally leftist ideas that were taken over by ANCAPs. But I'm sorry. In some tokens, I'm a libertarian about shit. I am. I am. Some things I'm not. But I don't want the government to telling me what to believe, what to do in my motherfucking body, or who I can associate with. That's libertarian principles. Now, there are other shit that I think the government should have a hand in, as in a referee between employee and employer. Yes, a referee, not controlling. And also healthcare, building roads, building infrastructure. I think the government should have a hand in that. But I don't think that we should have a fucking vanguard party, be it elected vanguard party or whatever the fucking tankies want. But let's go.
If you're a right-wing libertarian,
that's the assertion you're making.
Okay,
okay, interesting.
Like you know, if you're a right-wing libertarian, you are okay with, as long as it's a quote consensual contract, then it's not a problem, right? Like, that's what ANCAPistan is. Like, there is no minimum wage because you agreed to it, and consent's all that matters. And we don't pay attention to any of the context and exploitation, which is one of the leftists, like Lance. I hope you would agree with this, that like people working.
Why would he throw that in a session as if like, well, if you're only leftists would agree with this, and if you don't agree with this, you're not a leftist. Like, why does he continue to throw out this assertion? But let's
for Amazon right now are being exploited. They don't have the
technically the two of us are working for Amazon, though. I'm enriching Amazon right now just by virtue of this.
Now. Like, did you like? Are we able to really negotiate our contracts?
Are you asking? Because my answer is, as far as I know, no.
So here's the thing. If that is the case that you have, if that is the concern that you have, that Bo doesn't stick up for people's, like, if you want to label him as right-leaning libertarian, then you shouldn't find videos on his channel that's actually saying like shit like, yo, unions, we need unions. You shouldn't have videos on his channel where he's saying, oh, you know, we should work together, and oh yeah, businesses need to change. Oh yeah, we shouldn't have videos on his channel saying that businesses need to pay workers more. We shouldn't have that, right? That's not going to be on this channel, right? Let's actually see. And by the way, since we're streaming for a little bit longer on this channel, for this Friday night. If you guys can, please hit that like button on the stream so we can actually get so we can get more likes and please hit that follow button. I'm trying to actually just get that up there without having to do all of this. Amazon. Yeah. Wow. Student loan debt. Wow. I'm not even gonna. Let's just go to his channel. Let's go to this channel and like I promise, this is not gonna be a long detour. This is not gonna be a long detour. Wait, is this just the American flag that Mike was talking about? What? Oh God, fucking idiot. Let's just go. Greta, Ukraine, Munir Pierce, canceling student loan debt, About Us, oh God. Like, this man does so many fucking videos. Like 2 videos a day. Not the shit that I do, not the live stream that I do where I live stream and they cut the videos up, but the video about George Floyd. Oh, wow, this is just like, it's so much shit on here. Oh. Wait. He said don't vote, but he doesn't want people to have their vote to be limited. Wow. What the fuck, man? Like, I just, what is Mike's problem with Bo other than, this? Like, what is his problem? Like, if you go through his videos and actually look and listen to the videos, even if it's shit that you don't actually agree with, what problems do you have? But, we know what Mike's problem is, but let's go.
So the power is 100% on the employer side. They have complete control. So we're exploited and we get the deal. It's either accept the deal or don't stream. So that's the power dynamic. And in Kapistan, that's A-OK. And, so if he is a right-wing libertarian in his views...
but we're really in the weeds now. I don't know what that has to do with...
I know we're down in the weeds, but James wanted to talk more about Bo, his friend, and
I work for
TV. On anything.
I work for TV. Does that make me a liberal?
Really? No, did you say liberal shit? Like, did you espouse liberalism?
Have I espoused liberalism before? Maybe I have. I mean, I was a Ron Paul chud in fucking 2008. Guess what?
Okay, but you changed your mind publicly, and it's clear what your position is now.
I would say so.
Then that, as far as I'm...
So, wait. I'm sorry. Did Mike just say that if it's clear what your position is now, you shouldn't have a problem? Like, but Mike's whole thing is that Bo is literally doing content now as if his past doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Like, am I missing something with that? Am I missing something? Fuck. Let's go.
Returned your A-OK because.
But wouldn't you say the same thing about Bo? He's got 1,300 videos at this point, and I'd say the vast majority of them that speak about human trafficking or labor exploitation say that that's a bad thing. Like, he's got a large body of work. If you could have
something that's on point for what we're talking about, I'd be happy to look at it.
Wait! Wow, those goalposts are in the fucking parking lot now, aren't they? Okay, let's go.
I think the videos he makes now are what I said earlier, which is pretty much like liberal catnip. It appeals to a certain type of person, maybe some leftists as well. I think a lot of anarchists are attached to the idea that he's an anarchist and he's a big content creator who calls himself an anarchist, but he doesn't really, he doesn't use the word anarchism or socialism. At the beginning of the stream, I offered to pay people money if they could find him on his YouTube channel saying he's a socialist or anarchist. So, I mean,
wait, but Mike, you're concerned with aesthetics. You're concerned with aesthetics. That's your whole thing. You're so concerned with the aesthetics. And the fact is, there are big scary words that a lot of people don't like hearing. Communists, anarchists, socialism. Those are big scary words. People don't like hearing that. But if you actually say, hey, why don't workers have more freedom to actually, live with more wealth? If you say, hey, let's focus on the local area in community groups. Hey, let's focus on making sure that rights are alienated. What the fuck, man? If you are truly a socialist, if Mike is truly that communist superstar that he wants to say, it wouldn't matter what buzzwords somebody use, as long as they're advocating for the policies that would help workers, that would help people. Like, goddamn, you simultaneously on a virtual signal and actually shit on virtual signal. That is fucking amazing. It's the ideological consistency that you would see with a lot of these right-wing fucking chuds. I mean, like, I'm not saying that Mike is Red Fash, but he sounds a lot like Red Fash. But now, let's go.
I mean, he kind of comments on topical stories of the day, but he isn't really pushing like leftism or radical politics on that platform.
Would that change your opinion on everything that's taken place so far, though? If you found out that he was in fact an anarchist?
I would change my opinion a bit, but still, I can't help but be very troubled by the history and the dissembling and the lack of like any kind of remorse.
So, in other words, no, it won't. You don't like Bo, and the fact is, and it feels like I'm being a fucking like. Oh my God. Okay, it seems like I'm trying to. It seems like I'm falling into this false narrative, this false paradigm, this false binary of because I'm shitting on Mike, it means like I'm defending Bo. But no one is actually doing this, and this is the thing that Mike is actually trying to get people to do. They're trying to, and Lance has been skillful for where he's not trying to fall in that pitfall. I'm not as skillful because I think Mike is a piece of shit because this isn't the only thing that I've saw Mike in. And yeah, he's a piece of shit. Like, hello sewer socialism, but let's continue.
Are you not troubled by that, James, or do you think that he's paid his debt to society and he's good to go?
As I said, listen, I'm going to understand that there's a portion of this where I get to eat shit, and this is the portion where I get to eat this portion of shit, and I'm more than happy to. I understand that I have had access to certain facts about certain portions of this that a lot of people don't, that are behind a legal paywall, and I can sit here and fume and gnash my teeth about knowing that there are narratives being put out there that are inaccurate that I am not allowed to publicly say anything about, and thus it is extremely frustrating to me. And you're right, I totally get to eat 1,000 pounds of shit on being ragey about something that I know to be untrue, yet I can't bring it to the table, and I will 100% eat that portion of crap on this, because that's my own problem and issue that I have to deal with being with friends with somebody for a very long time who's been through a legal process. That part's on me, and I'll 100% own that that's my own.
Do you really think that it's my goal to like destroy Bo? Like, honestly, truly.
Okay, let me tell you what.
Wait, what? Like, literally, wait, what? I'm sorry. You make a piece. You literally have made comments about not liking Bo, and now now I'm not trying to destroy him. The fuck? Let's go.
I'm going to be honest, okay? And again, I'm not exaggerating when I say between shooting, doing your audio, doing all the research, doing writing, you had close to 100 people help you with this over the course of like an 18-hour production span. And that if you just wanted to vent your rage or your anger, whether it be justified or not, and I'm going to say justified, about reading this story and finding out and then going, hey, how come I didn't know about this? I'm going to fucking rage about it. and you flip on the camera and you scream and yell for 6 minutes about how it's utter bullshit, that makes sense. If you are going to spend 35 minutes doing a legal research takedown piece with court documents and documents from the Florida Bar Association, and you are going to
documents from the Southern Poverty Law Center,
and if you are going to treat it as research, and then you purposely do not contact anybody else on the other side of the story, then yes, your entire angle about making it, and then all of this fucking press junket you've been doing about it all day, is puffery. Because it wasn't about your anger about it, because if it was about your anger, you would have been angry. You weren't angry. You took the tactical approach. You took the very deliberate approach. And along with that, you deliberately didn't reach out to him.
So, you listen to the way that James is actually spinning this. James is actually saying, like, look, hey, if it was about just you raging, like you find this out, like you're just raging about it. No, you're purposely providing information that is the most damning light, and you're purposely omitting information which would actually make and not the whole both sides things, but to actually hold back information as if you're some deluded ass prosecutor. Well, I guess he would have been, because Mike is, did go to law school, but didn't finish. And, you're purposely trying to convict somebody in the court of public opinion. And Mike, you're failing, because as flawed as humans are, you should have realized that human beings are flawed, and they're going to also look at who's presenting the evidence. And the fact that it's coming from you, Mike, kind of, you should have actually at least leaked this into a different way. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Like, that's like me reporting on something. I have undercover shit from the Biden administration. Like, the fuck? I'm just an asshole Twitch and YouTuber. By the way, like, share and subscribe or follow, whatever platform you're on. And for you to, for Mike to sit back and act as if, like, oh no, he's a respectable journalist. Dude, you're breaking cardinal rules. I guess you should have stayed in law school, Mike. And by the way, just to address what Kat is actually saying, yeah, very much so. Bo is disarming. He actually, people actually listen to him because he's not some preachy, whiny little kid on fucking YouTube crying about, you need to respect me. I hate that your chat is talking bad about me. But let's go.
Him or to anybody else.
Okay, so you're saying that I am doing this tactically to harm Bo, or tactically to advance my position the best, or what am I doing the tactical thing? What's the goal that I'm pursuing here?
I literally have no idea what the fuck you're pursuing here.
There is Occam's razor, which is I'm pursuing the goal that I say that I am, which is we have a major leftist content creator that's disassembling and lying about his past and the labor exploitation that he took place in and he profited from. And I am disturbed by that, and I think that he ought to come forward with a truthful account and show true remorse. Is that crazy?
Well, if you had contacted him and you had found out if at any time he reached some kind of, some kind of a deal or some way in which he was atoning for that directly to the victims, which I believe after your fourth interview, you pivoted and said what you really want is that he make amends to the people he harmed, which wasn't what you started with this morning on your streamer on Chub Logic.
I think that would be.
Well,
okay, so first
here,
of all,
can I help this out? Wait, can I help this out?
Yeah.
Just for record, right? Isn't Occam's razor the simplest explanation is usually the correct one? And in this case, wouldn't that be the motive behind you doing this is for clout or for view?
Actually, it's Occam's razor. Whatever takes the least amount of assumptions. And I hate that I know this shit and I'm sounding like fucking a nerd. It's whatever explanation takes the least amount of assumptions is generally the correct answer. But people kind of simplify it down, whichever is the simplest answer is yeah. All right, let's go.
news or for exposure. As is the same reason why a lot of people would want to talk about it, right? The same reason, like, you know, people would want to host this right now.
Are you talking about it for clout, Lance? Are you doing this purely for venal?
It's part of it for sure, because like there's no question that this right now is generating incredibly spicy memes, and that's why
exactly
a lot of people are interested in watching it. But I'm also interested in getting to the root of this. Of course, I'm as fascinated by the subject matter.
There's a mix between like.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, you know what? I will concede that when I post a video on my YouTube channel, people watch on my YouTube channel. And the tiny YouTube channel that I have with not many viewers doesn't make me much money compared to my Twitch. Approximately 1% when compared. So if my goal is to make money, it's not going to be it on my YouTube channel.
Well, yeah, but everyone on the Twitch platform, which you are like the dominant male on, you know, the alpha male, so you say,
Sigma male,
right? The Sigma male. I'm joking, right? Yes, but every single person at some point now has talked about this, right? Like Destiny, I'm sure is doing something on this now. Chud Logic did something on this. I'm doing something on this. Kevin Logan did something on this. Like the thing is that like this has been a content factory.
Well, okay, it is a content factory, but it's also an important story. I don't begrudge anybody for looking into it and seeing if my claims are bullshit or not. Like, I think that's legitimate.
But that's what he's been doing the whole time. Lance has been saying, like, look, I looked into this, and some of the shit you're saying is just factually wrong. How dare you question it? Then you're agreeing with fucking trafficking. Like, literally, this is, no, Mike, we see through the shit. We have eyes, we have ears, we see through the shit. But, you know, let's go.
And I welcome that. And I wish, you know, at the end of the day, if the same, if somebody else found a video, you know, made the same video I made, I would be examining the facts on the ground. And yes, it is interesting. And yes, this is a content where people watch content, but it seems like a distraction from the underlying issues at play, which is the thing that's been kind of frustrating me. And it is disheartening to see people attack you personally for stuff that's not related to this, because they're angry that someone they like is under suspicion or under some sort of like scrutiny. And if you have strong emotional attachment, like, you know, I recognize it's your friend, man. Like I feel for you. I do. And I'm sure he's actually a good guy. I'm sure he's reformed.
You don't even know the half of it.
But
you literally know nothing.
He hasn't done enough on this, in my opinion, which is why I made the video. And my
that's who opinion matters, in my opinion. Like, dude, wait. Prosecutors, the victims, the state, like, what makes your standard higher than what other people's standard are? Because he has more people on YouTube than you do? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Let's continue.
That's what my channel is. It's my opinion, and I get to say it. And I've also been very, very, very open and honest about why I formed my opinion. I've been open and honest that I was never a huge fan of his content in the first place.
Ding.
But at the end of the day, like, you know, as far as if I just talked about the Derek Chauvin trial today, I would have done just as well on my metrics than talking about this.
I've never liked his content. Ding, 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 ding. But let's continue.
This is something that troubled me, and I didn't have an adequate explanation, so I made a video about it.
And you would have done the same thing if it was Sam Cedar, for example. You would have done the exact same
Absolutely.
thing.
If Sam Cedar had and maybe this, you know, you can just not believe me, which is okay. But if Sam Cedar was accused of human trafficking, first of all, I would reach out to him personally because I have that connection. I would say, hey, what's the deal with it?
Wait. Whoa, wait. I'm sorry. I apologize. Wait. Here, I was thinking that Mike was being a fair and balanced trademark person. No, I wasn't. He said first he would have reached out if it was somebody that he liked, Sam Cedar. Wow. But because he didn't like Bo's content, no. Let's go.
This. You need to get on this. You need to say something. Because I have that connection. I know him, and I would have done that. And James is right to point that out. I don't have that connection to Bo. And quite frankly, I saw the wagons being circled so fast by the Bo stands that I was like, well, I should put out my perspective. And then, you know, if they rip it apart, they rip it apart. And I'll make a secondary video, a follow-up, where I deal with all of their critiques. And if it turns out that I was wrong about Bo, I will be the first one to admit it, and I'll eat that shit sandwich, because it's not about canceling. It's not about trying to get rid of Bo. It's not about any of that. It is, we have somebody that's this prominent. He's done these really horrible things, and he's lying about it, and it turns my stomach.
What?
Listen,
and also, I don't really I gotta be honest. I don't know what you're talking about as far as like about like things being sealed and behind NDAs and stuff. Because like in a criminal case, the person that would want things sealed is the criminal defendant. So Bo,
No. Oh my God, this is the reason why I didn't make it in law school. No, that's not the only person that. Oh God, no, that's not how crime cases work. I know crime cases. I mean criminal cases. I'm not tired. But no, victims want anonymity too. Like, that stupidity just hurt my head. Like, did he just say only criminals want cases sealed? Like, we don't have a lot of Jane Doe, or John Doe, like people that have been victim of crimes. Oh God. Mike, who went to law school, yeah, let's go.
Is the one who wants like things hidden for his benefit. So if he got things sealed, it's sealed for his benefit. Like he can break the seal and talk about it anytime he wants.
Right. Other than all the other,
not do that if he didn't want to. Like I don't know.
So you missed the part where literally everybody but Bo offered testimony against the people they also brought over. They didn't only offer testimony against Bo. They literally offered testimony about everybody.
James, if I believe you, well, let's for the sake of argument, I will. Do you have anything to back that up? Like. That I could take a look at showing
court documents. Lance has brought this up. James has brought this up, and it would actually just seem like there is a fucking thing. Like if multiple people was bringing this up, then maybe it's some validity to it. If multiple sources are bringing this up, or it's just that. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of people, and I'm sure Mike knows this. As a goodest, bestest leftist that he is, that a lot of people are treated as criminal defendants. A lot of people are, for some reason, I know this for some reason, a lot of people are treated as criminal defendants, even though they may not have done something wrong, or they may not have been done wrong of shit that they've been accused of. I don't know. It may be something that I know that happens. I'm just saying. But let's continue.
Them like prosecuting immigrants.
You have the majority of the court docs in which people who aren't Bo gave testimony about the activities of the people who were quote trafficked. Did you miss that part?
Yeah,
where literally the only person who had nothing to say about what any of those people wanted or did was Bo. Why would you think?
Okay, so this is where I need to
think about it.
Okay.
No, did you even take a second?
I did think about it because I have experience here. So what happens in these cases is the people who came over here didn't commit any crimes. They came over here and they had a promise of a job. They had a visa that they paid for. And as far as they knew, they were working for the Marriott. They were working for whatever their visa was for. They didn't commit any crimes. There's nothing to convict them of. They were human trafficked, and they had a valid visa as far as they were concerned. The persons who committed crimes were the people in the trafficking conspiracy who were forging documents, stealing letterheads, signing things purporting to be presidents of Hilton, and all the things that they did in order to get all those fake visas. So I actually have no idea what you're talking about, because all those people, their status as far as they're concerned would be legal, and the only problem was that the other parties fraudulently did the visas. And if those people came forward and testified, now remember, many of these were temporary visas that last a few months. So for a criminal trial to actually take place, it lasts far longer than a couple months. Most of their visas would have expired and they would have returned to their home country, which is what the conspiracy was counting on. When you pay.
But Mike forgets that if somebody did later on want to immigrate completely to the U.S. and they have an illegal status over their immigration, that affects their legal migration or immigration. What Mike is failing to realize that if you are considered part of an illegal scheme, that you broke the law, is not like the U.S. is going to say, hey, yo, you were lied to, even though you broke the law, you just get the mulligan. Hence the term why if Mike is somebody who wants to do, immigration reform, he would actually see that if people, he would, I'm hoping that he would advocate for people who are, the status is undocumented, to actually have that shit just blanket immunity, blanket what do they call that? Where you actually just give people fuck. The term is escaping me right now. Amnesty, yes. Because what happens is if you don't have amnesty, you have to jump through extra legal hoops. And I'm sorry, if somebody is, as it has been described, Bo was part of that criminal conspiracy, but he didn't want to give up those immigrants that would likely follow them if they're testified against. But potatoes, and no, okay, it's not this. It doesn't matter because we want to nail Bo to a cross.
Pay someone $2.50, $2.60 an hour. They go back to Romania. There's no one for them to complain to, and then you get to keep all the profit. Well, so wait. That's not what you're trying to say here.
Who's you?
Against the people.
No. Who's you? You said, and you
19-year-old
get to keep
Romanian
all the
woman
profit.
who is trafficked.
No, that's not what you said. You said, and then you get to keep all the profit. Who is you?
The people in the criminal conspiracy. The people in the criminal conspiracy.
Just want to make sure, because you've said 183 times in the last 24 hours that quote, Bo made millions of dollars. I just want to make sure as you keep repeating this statement.
Okay, I want to amend this to make sure that I'm as precise as possible. The criminal conspiracy was accused of making millions of dollars, 3.2 million. They ended up, the judgment that Bo was liable for personally was 1 million. So if
32 hours later, you finally mending that.
Oh, I mean, I amended it earlier with Lance. I talked about it precisely. That
you're supposed to amend
where the millions comes from. This is the one thing that I did take from the court documents. Was the 3.2. That's where the millions thing comes from. Is the criminal conspiracy that Bo was a part of was accused of making millions on trafficking these women and abusing them. And the final judgment where he was found guilty and ordered to pay, he was ordered to pay $1 million. He was personally liable for $1 million.
So I'm missing the court documents say that all wait.
So you hear him throwing out this lie that Bo made at least $1 million. He's personally responsible to pay this amount. You hear this shit, right? Like, and this video is almost finished, and I may want to throw an addendum to it. But like, depending on how late it is, we may call it a night after we finish with this video. But let's go.
The court documents say that all participants had to pay a total of $1 million, not Bo alone.
They're joint and severally liable. What that means is, like, if...
Wait. I thought it was Bo that was responsible for paying that $1 million. Wait. Oh, no. Now they're joint and separately liable. Oh. Let's hear this. Remember, Mike was just saying that, well, somebody is doing lawyer speak. Let's hear this shit.
None of them pay. He owes $1 million.
Loan.
They're joint and severally liable. What that means is, like, if none of them pay, he owes $1 million. But they all contribute in common to the $1 million fund. So he was personally liable for $1 million. That's what that means.
And does any of that also change the claim that James made that he's the only one that didn't testify directly against any of the immigrants in?
They all got sentenced as well. He was the one that got the longest sentence.
But you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question, though, because that is important, right? Well, Bo was the only one who didn't testify against any of the immigrants in the case, whereas the other three party members did.
As far as I don't know what he's talking about. That's what I mean. He says they didn't testify about the immigrants in the case, but I was saying I'm contesting that, because what would you testify against someone with a short-term visa for that was already out, like, leaving the country? There's nothing to testify against them for. They didn't do anything.
Again, that explanation that I gave, but right? Mike doesn't realize this shit. But let's go.
Wrong. So what the hell is he talking about? Does he have evidence of, like, the other things testifying? Maybe I missed it, but I don't know what he's talking about.
As part of both the discovery and then the case, they interviewed everybody who was, quote, in the conspiracy, and, quote, everybody gave comments and gave testimony about the activities and the requests of the people trafficked. Oh, well, these people said they wanted to come here and do this. Oh, well, these people said they wanted to do that. Oh, well, these people came in and said, oh, we'll do anything, please, just get us over there. And then
that's not illegal. That's not a criminal offense. They're testifying. Well, yes, they took James. They took. I never said it was. They took a deal to testify against James, who was the American citizen front of this conspiracy for years. So yes, they said that this is what people came to do. They were promised as part of our conspiracy. We promised these people jobs at these hotels, and then we lied because we didn't have those jobs.
And who is the only one who followed the very basic rules of Shut the Fuck Up Friday? Who is the only one?
Because they didn't want him to testify. They were going after him. He was the target. What's he going to do? Go up there and admit it? He didn't want to admit it. He doesn't think he did anything wrong to this day.
They were going after the contract.
Congratulations for not snitching on yourself.
So they were going after the contracted labor of a deep criminal organization and enterprise that had been moving all of these people. And your takeaway from all of this is that they were going after.
Great, Kat. Thank you for actually putting your videos on YouTube. Thank you. Because sometimes I can't watch it all on Twitch. So thank you. About time. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, like if you haven't done so already, I'm putting this in there. Go ahead and subscribe to Kat's YouTube channel and follow her on Twitch.
After the contractor. That's your takeaway, is that the contractor was the subject of all of this. Not the.
I mean, you're saying he's a contractor. Do you have what's your evidence of that?
Paperwork for
What do you mean that are you sure he had no equity in any of these companies?
No, you said that they came after him and him alone. You said he was
the one that everybody else cut a deal to go after. So there was.
Oh my God, he's actually literally saying that Bo was just the ringleader. Yes, okay, whatever.
No one else for him to testify against. He was the target. They wanted to put him away because he was the American citizen that was facilitating it, and he turned in personally hundreds of these documents. He went in the testimony that I covered. He went to the one of the hotels that the witness who came in, she said he personally went there. He's the one who said she owed him $1,142 to renew the lease or renew the visa, excuse me. He is the one who submitted it. Like, he was personally involved in every step of the way, including exploiting the woman, lying about the visas, submitting them to the government. Like, from start to finish, he was key in all this exploitation of these workers. So yes, they went after him as the target.
Yes, and so again, and you didn't actually confirm with anybody who was the subject of this particular investigation, or any of the people who were charged, any of the people who cut a deal, any of the people who gave statement, any of the people who gave on the record statements or just written statements. Like, you didn't bother to contact anybody, and then you waited until your video fizzled and got 2,000 clicks, and now it's, well, you know, all this stuff didn't happen.
Why are you focusing on? Okay, I don't give a shit about YouTube. I honestly, I don't.
You made a video for it.
I made a video so that Bo could just go and do a spin, because I was told he was gonna talk about this issue, and I.
So wait, oh my God, did he just really again say I don't care about YouTube with the chuckle? Like, I know I can't see his face, but like no, fuck, dude, we know that you care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be on 6 or 7 different shows trying to actually put it out there. That yeah, the evidence is my YouTube channel and my YouTube video. But let's continue.
See what he said before, so I made the video. I felt that it was my responsibility to get the information out there, so that when his video went up, there would be another video that had and that's why I spent most of the time talking about the sources, not my own personal fucking spin on it, because I wanted it to be very well sourced into what people were saying about this case, and I think I accomplished that. Now, I'm happy to talk to Bo. I mean, this is not the...
Like, can we all agree that even the shit that I'm doing now, I'm actually putting my spin on it? Even though we're hearing the video, we're hearing the interaction, I'm putting my spin on it, because you automatically put a spin on anything that you're presenting. But fuck, let's continue.
Again, the book is not closed. If he's got some new information to help us overturn what we know that isn't based on some bullshit, then I'd be happy to look at it.
Hey, Bo, I decided you pissed me off, so instead of asking you about it, I'm going to step on your dick for 35 minutes on the video.
What was the spin?
Then I'm going to spend all day doing a press junket promoting it, but now that I'm done, hey, Bo, let's have a talk about this. I just want facts. Are you taking yourself seriously? Because literally nobody else within the fucking hearing distance of your voice right now is.
Oh, that ain't
yes!
And I know that
yes! That's what it's about. Oh my God. He literally called about it this bullshit. He's like, yo, hey, Bo, I spent 35 minutes stepping on your dick. Like, what the fuck? All right, let's go. I'm being so immature. Let's go.
Not at all.
I mean, bro. Okay, I mean, whatever you say, I think at the end of the day, like, your friend has done some really heinous shit and doesn't want to talk about it because it interrupts he's the one who's got something to worry about, you know? Like, he's the one who's angry about this coming to light. He's the one who refuses to talk about it, not me.
Wait, what? He talked about it 2 years ago. He talked about it, 2016. That's fucking 5 years ago. Like, wait, what? How? Because he's not spelling out every fucking part of the details of the crime that you say he's committed to your satisfaction. Wait, what?
So I don't know what to tell you other than Bo,
Yeah, he seems
it'd be a
really
shame
great.
if someone bigger than me, like a media, picks this up.
I wonder who that would be, Mike. Mike, I wonder. It would be a shame if you wonder who picked it up after you went on 5 different shows and kept repeating the words "Bo is a human trafficker."
Wow. Talk about threats. It'd be a shame if somebody bigger than me actually picks it up. Wow. Okay. You know who Mike actually reminds me of? Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember this, but about a year or so back, there was this content, this right-wing political figure called Mike Cernovich. He, what was that, a little bit over a year ago, he actually tried to get Sam Cedar fired off of NBC, and then when evidence was presented that Mike Cernovich wasn't a good faith actor, Sam Cedar got hired back as a contributor on MSNBC. However, frequently or infrequently. Also, Mike Cernovich is somebody who got James Gunn fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So you guys, so that Mike Cernovich, and then later Disney rehired him back, which like they hired him back 2 months after the shit happened, and they just kept the shit quiet in time enough to give James Gunn the ability to make Brightburn and also make Guardians of the Galaxy 3 go back. Like this is the level that, like, if you want to actually associate with somebody calling them shit gibbons, Mike from PA is acting like Mike Cernovich, counseling people just for some petty squabbles and differences because they just don't like them. But hey, maybe that's not the only association. Maybe because they're both named Mike. Oh, that's even worse. How dare you act like another Mike that does the same shit that you're doing? I'm sorry.
Everybody's clipped multiple times. I would love to see who you would then pass this along to, because we're going to have a grand old time.
I mean, is he or isn't he? And I think he should make that statement. Is he or
isn't he? Well, you said 37 times he's a human trafficker, so guess what? You now have to own that shit. And everybody
I said exactly. I said exactly.
You made today. Every appearance.
Wow. Oh, when you bring something to light, you better make sure you're squeaky clean. When you bring something to light, you better make sure you're squeaky clean, because Mike, dude, we have 2-year-old videos of you being insensitive at the worst. I mean, at the best, creepy at the worst. But let's go.
Every time.
A lot of clips. Okay, good.
Maybe you shouldn't call people human traffickers if they're not convicted of human trafficking. But hey, you'll get to find out for yourself whether.
Bring it on, man. Because I would love discovery. Let's go. I got no expenses and plenty of money. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Wow. I have no expenses and plenty of money. Wow. That's not something to brag about, Mike. That's not something to brag about. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. Again, if somebody was holding Mike up as in, like, this is what people talk about as leftist snowflake, I couldn't disagree with him. But let's go.
Yeah, you do.
Almost finished,
right?
guys.
Yeah,
Almost finished.
Cool. Thanks
Let's go. Let's go, because I mean, like, I'd love to do this. This would be good.
Your OPSEC is for shit, Mike. It really is. Shit.
So at the end of the day, you're threatening me with a slap suit. You're threatening me with me being disappeared, and that no one in their right mind would piss off an operator. This is the cringiest shit I've ever heard.
Who?
And by the way, if he sues me,
gentlemen, I'm going to rein this in a little bit, a wee bit.
He's got to sue the Florida Bar Association and the University of Florida, because they're the ones who said it, and the prosecutor said it. That's what I read. It's not me. It's me repeating stuff that's already out there. And any reasonable person who's a public figure cannot argue that I did this with maliciousness or bad faith.
You literally have videos that say that you don't like Bo. In this video, He said that he doesn't like Bo, and he's never liked his content. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Let's go.
Then,
And
but then,
that's that.
but then you went on five. But then you went on 5 shows
then
today. And said, "quote Bo is a human trafficker," which isn't what you said in your video, where you were very careful to make sure you were following all the legality and terminology. But see, Mike, once you get loosey goosey and you've been on the internet talking for 12 hours, you get sloppy.
There you go, chat. There you go. I mean, this is again, Lance. You have any thoughts on this?
On what, you suing each other? I'm not.
No. I mean, just
that.
Shambolic bullshit.
Oh, this, yeah, it's an absolute train wreck. But that's what I imagine. I will be intellectually honest though, and say that this is obviously something that is being milked by me for views. Being transparent about it, but I don't think either of you are in a bad way, right? Like we're not. Is there actual genuine anger or hatred between the two of you? I think. I think you've laid out both your arguments pretty.
I think it's pretty sad and pathetic and quite shambolic that you would be this angry at me for simply repeating and reading the facts that.
But Mike isn't taking any of this personal. It's just about finding the facts. It's a discovery, but somebody who's defending their friend is sad, pathetic. Wow.
Many others have said, like, why? What is he mad at the university? Is he mad at the Southern Poverty Law Center?
Because none of them wanted
Florida Bar Association. He's probably mad at his prosecutors. That's fair enough.
None of them put up traffic people as a way to garner click. You did.
What? He's the one who lied and said he was
that nervous laugh. What? Well, let's
rescuing refugees, James. You can't be this disgusting, can you? He's the one who lied and said he was rescuing Uzbeki Jews, and that's why the Fed kicked this door in. That was a lie he told.
At what point have I discussed his activity?
So is that okay with you?
All right, if this is going to devolve into name calling, then there's not really.
No,
we've reached the limit of the internet.
Don't rescue him from this question. Is it okay that he lied about rescuing Uzbeki Jews when in reality he was trafficking women from Romania and Bulgaria?
Wait, I'm sorry. I think Mike has actually missed something. You know he could have been part of both, right, Mike? You know that what could have actually gotten people on him on the radar is that yes, he was helping Uzbeki Jews, and since they couldn't actually get him on that particular one part, they got him on the other shit that he was actually doing. It's like okay, Mike, you may have not known this because history, and it was America. It was around the time that your glorious leader was Joseph Stalin was actually I'm not even gonna say it. So in Prohibition, they couldn't get Al Capone on the stuff for Prohibition. They got him on tax fraud. Al Capone didn't go to jail for murder. He didn't go to jail for, violating prohibition. He went to jail for tax fraud because they had a slam dunk case there. So it goes to reason that maybe there is some shit that they couldn't pin him on, but they got him on some other shit. But I don't know if Mike actually thought about this shit, but let's go.
Who are not rich countries, but certainly not places where there's a bunch of refugees coming from. There are some, but they're not known for their political instability at this point. They're not major refugee sources. So was it disgusting when he lied about it? Or is it disgusting for me reading the documents that are very public?
Listen, they're public documents. You're free to read them, and you're free to make whatever assertions you want from them. I'm not telling you shouldn't. I'm telling you that I thought you would be smarter in picking your choice of words when you go out.
I did. I said that he was convicted of alien trafficking, and he in the Florida State University. In case this is not clear, and they said in the document prepared for the Florida Bar Association that he met all of the elements of human trafficking, and they didn't. They're not sure why he wasn't prosecuted for it.
And did they call him a human trafficker, or did they say that?
Yes, they called it labor trafficking, which is the textbook definition of human trafficking. They called him a labor trafficker.
Wait. I'm sorry. So, which is it, Mike? Is it that they called him human trafficker, or they didn't? That he met the criteria for it, but he didn't. Like, which one is it? Because you can meet the criteria for, I don't know, being a simian form, a simian. You can make the criteria of being a ape, Mike. But does that mean that every particular ape is a Homo sapien? No. Well, I don't know if you're a human. I think you're a greasy little sleazeball. But still, that there is an umbrella term, and then there are specific terms. The reason why Mike keeps using this as human trafficker, because he wants to actually just virtue signal as if Bo was actually help bringing these people into the country, which weren't just women but also teens as well, to work in some brothel. That's not the case. And this is the reason why Mike keeps using this term, because it's an emotional weight tied to it instead of the actual shit that was actually going on. But let's continue.
That's what human trafficking is. Human trafficking includes labor trafficking.
And why is it?
You should read a book.
Oh, I do read books, but I was busy reading all your court documents, the ones that were prepared by Florida State University that you quoted that stated
labor trafficking. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying.
Geez, I'm so sorry for talking.
So you're saying no reasonable person could call him a human trafficker?
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop talking while you're interrupting, so I don't want to be rude.
Have you ever called?
I fucking love James. This motherfucker is like really just like Mike doesn't know what to do, because here you have somebody that is confrontational, that doesn't care about being polished, and Mike is trying to do this whole prosecutorial like question line, and James just fucks with him and throws him off his square. And you can just tell that Mike is just like, fuck. He has more charisma than I do. He has more presence than I do. And this is supposed to be about me. Fuck. All right, let's go. We're almost finished.
Trump a human trafficker?
Wait.
Stop talking while you're interrupting, so I don't want to be rude.
Have you ever called Trump a human trafficker?
Have you ever called Trump a human trafficker? No.
Yeah, for what he did with Trump modeling, what he did in Mar-a-Lago, what he's been associated with, all that. You don't think that Trump did human trafficking level activity? Have you accused Matt Gaetz of being a human trafficker? Or maybe you haven't talked about that because it's the same district as Bo. Do they know each other? Do Bo and Matt Gaetz know each other?
I actually.
Wait, did you hear that? Wait. Let's do this. Let's have that conversation. Did you hear that? Mike from PA has tried to associate Bo with Matt Gaetz. At this point in the video, I was like, wow, Mike is a fucking sleazebag. Because he is literally trying to make Bo to be a part of this right-wing conspiracy of people like Trump or Matt Gaetz. By the way, Matt Gaetz is fucked. Whoa, Matt Gaetz is fucked. Like, no, it's more than just a red herring. It's more than just a poison of the well. It's just like, wow. I'm the bestest leftist in this gatekeeping, and anybody, like, no, Mike is literally publicly after Bo. So let's go. We're almost finished with this.
Really? That's where you're going to go?
I mean, it's a legitimate question. They're both involved in human trafficking in the same communities.
You want to play, if this is the angle you're going and you want to go full board, then now we're going to play a different game, Mike. Are you sure this is where you want to go?
Oh, I'm just asking.
It's a yes/no question. Answer the fucking question.
What's the question?
Are you sure this is the angle you want to take?
The angle of human trafficking in the Florida Panhandle?
No. Trying to take a swerve to compare this to Donald Trump. I want to make sure that this is the fucking comparison you want to make.
Donald Trump. So here's the thing. Donald Trump takes advantage of people just like this. They use people on these J1 visas in Mar-a-Lago. It was a major story repeated. So, I mean, it's a question is like, did Justin have people work at Mar-a-Lago? That would be interesting. Probably not, because it's so common. But this story was something that was that leftists talked about. Was like Trump was talking about tightening immigration. We got to build a wall. We got to reduce the immigrants. While at the same time, he was doing these J1 visas and the H2B visas in Mar-a-Lago to have lower priced labor. So that was something Trump did, and I found it disgusting, and I called that trafficking back activity.
So he's trying to associate Bo with Trump now. Like, yeah, you heard that shit right. He's trying to associate Bo with Trump now. Yeah.
But you wanted special permission for your friend who was convicted
it's special
of alien smuggling for the purpose of labor exploitation.
What?
So why should he get special dispensation? Because he's your friend? You like him? We shouldn't talk about it open and honestly?
Not at all. I didn't. At no point did I say you should not talk about this. At no point did I say that you made up legal document. I didn't. None of that happened. I said that you were an exceptionally shitty human being for reading a fucking court document and a paper from a bunch of fucking junior lawyers at LSU and then making a 35-minute half-cocked hit piece for clicks instead of maybe sending a message to the dude.
Okay,
yeah, you know what? I don't think diss tracks, but this shit is fucking funny. Like, at least one person talks like a regular person would be. Like, this is the reason why I like watching Vosh. Like, not everything I agree with him on. We have some close things, but he shits on people that deserves to be shitted on. Like, let's just be honest. Like, this whole haughty-toady, this whole haughty, we're just the left and we're just intellectually above it. It's condescending and it turns people off. And this is the reason why people like Bo exist. Because he's a fucking leftist and he talks to people like you would talk to a person that you respect as a person. Mike from PA literally does not see people on the same level as he is unless they follow him specifically or subscribe to everything that he does. Mike is somebody, and I've watched a few of his videos where he's just like, oh, we're just better than them. No, motherfucker, that's why nobody respects you. That's why. And the fact that he's literally trying to equate this to Donald Trump, fuck. Let's finish.
It's been an incredibly boring conversation where your main contention is you refuse to deal with any of the points other than to say, you should have talked to Bo. I've said, Lance, message Bo on my behalf and say, let's have a conversation. Where your main contention is you refuse to deal with any of the points other than to say, you should have talked to Bo. I've said, Lance, message Bo on my behalf and say, let's have a conversation.
Be the journalist. Have that fortitude that... Have that fortitude... Vegeta, you're wrong. Have that fortitude to actually reach out as the journalist that you're claiming to be. But you're not. You're trying to be a YouTuber. You're trying to farm drama. That's what you're trying to do. And quite frankly, no. Let's go.
I'm happy to amend anything that he thinks I've gotten wrong. If Bo can correct me on some of the details, I'd be happy to correct them. He's the one who knows. He's the best one. He's the best one. He's the one with the most intimate knowledge. But in other interviews, he says he doesn't really remember how many charges he caught. So
I have to agree with the assertion that I think talking to Bo at this point, when you effectively made a video that I think the metaphor of stepping on a penis would be quite accurate. Probably. I don't think he would be interested in a conversation now after the fact. I think wasn't the assertion by James always that you should have reached out to him before all this went down. In
the future, I will reach out to people. I appreciate that idea. I mean, I know that's not a standard. You told me that you.
All right, so we're gonna actually stop this right here, and God, let's I got you guys for another few minutes. We're actually gonna do this video, and bear with me, guys. Where was it? The upload. Oh, here we go. There we go.
So that's the reality. Bo is going around lying about it. That's why.
Right? I've been pushing back against this because I have yet to see any evidence that Bo of the Fifth Column himself enriched himself to the tune of thousands of dollars.
If he lies about what he did.
Oh, did he say billions? No.
Bo and his criminal conspiracy made millions.
Now it's millions. Y'all are reaching, chat. You're too thirsty. Look at you. See, this is the problem with drama. This is all of you are so thirsty. You're just like, no, did he say that? Oh, fuck yeah, billions. Mike fucked up again. Crucify.
True. So here he went on Lance's stream. I want you to tell me if he lies about what he did.
federal raid.
Like, look at this disheveled look. Like nobody was. You gotta believe me. All right, let's go.
I'm for those that. Obviously, for those that know my history or the source of the federal raid.
Perlet, your pushback is that Bo didn't make money from the crimes. No, Bo did make money. He was paid. He was a contractor. He made a salary from these crimes. I'm not absolving Bo of any of this, all right? I'm going to go into that. We're going to go into the details. I'm going to talk about this. I've said from the get-go, this was a revelation to me.
You know what? In Kat, you're right. Like, it's okay, being socially awkward. It's a problem. And yeah, no, like, I get it. I fucking get it. But like this whole thing that Mike is actually this crusade that Mike is on, it's just like, dude, it's so bad faith. It's so bad faith. It's so malicious. It's just so I'm sorry. It's just bad.
I didn't know that. I didn't know this until I read the LA Times article. Well, I don't think most people on this side of the aisle knew about this until they read the LA Times article. And when that article came out, obviously you're like, wait, what the fuck? And then I found out this was something that apparently had been well known within Bo's community for a long time. Like, this is kind of like old news to them, but it's new news to, I guess, whatever you call this side of the internet, right?
I'm very pro-immigration, so that was a lot of it in the beginning. In fact, the very first video that we put on our own channel.
He looks so mad. He's so fucking molding about this. He's mad. Like Mike right here is just so fucking pissed. Wow.
It wasn't a joke. Was about that. Okay. And it was me just really going off. The wall is a hot topic with me. The misuse, the inappropriate application of violence by the.
I have my issues with you, Lance, but I can trust you in being good faith. Well, thank you. I honestly feel though, but that word has lost kind of all me. My partner yesterday, because I was kind of like internet speak, a certain self-awareness. You know, all this is extremely online. I guess so. Does anyone know who Bo or Lance? This is actually one of the things I love. People don't know who I am. In part, like, he lives the most famous YouTuber on Lance. Brad Pitt is old now.
Supposed to work, and it rarely does work that way. That bothers me.
What are you talking about? What is he versed with? Being a mercenary? He never even worked for the U.S. government. What is he talking about?
It is.
Wait, what? Wait, like, I think Mike doesn't know much outside of the shit that he tries to learn. Just, like, there are contractors that are... There are contractors that don't just work with the U.S. government. There are some private... The PMCs, like, that Mike, you should have an issue with. Like, the fuck? Like, oh my God. Like, why does he keep going to this whole thing of, well, you never worked with the government? Like, that's not the only. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Let's go. No, he doesn't look like the guy. Cat, let's be honest. It's not his looks that's a problem. It's his attitude and, like, yeah, his attitude. But let's go.
It is therapy at times.
Yeah, of course. What kind of, like you said, you were a journalist. Were you deeply invested in investigating like ICE, immigration, those kind of topics?
So much Streamception, I just realized that.
I was.
What?
Well,
that's not true.
I covered a lot of protests of ICE and stuff like that. My actual field was international relations, war, stuff like that. Domestically, I was the idiot that went to the riots.
Okay.
But yeah, immigration has always been a.
Wait, what is wrong with that? Like, wait, what is wrong with that? Like, oh my God, what is, like, it's just about this motherfucker's hate. Like, all right, let's go.
A hot issue with me, so if I could find a way to cover it, I would.
I don't fully understand the goal here. Was it that, like, you didn't like the interactions that took place yesterday, so today on stream it's like, all right, well, now I'm going to go through with a fine-tooth comb the interview that Lance did a year ago with Bo and point out, like, all the moments in which I think that he's lying to Lance and Lance is complicit in this because of it.
Did you find that both your politics and your journalism, or maybe even your messaging, were really heavily influenced by, like, the 2016 election?
Well, I don't know. No, I I had issues with Obama because of his immigration policy, and my issues with immigration go back to Bush. That's how long this has been a thing with me. And that actually stems from stuff.
Hey, chat, mods, if you're here, can you give me the link to where he?
This whole time, I thought you did the interview the other day. What? No, do you not see what the fuck is going on? I can't stop making fun of myself. What is wrong with Lance here? Lance of the past.
All right, I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him make fun. I'm not gonna let him make fun of himself.
Jason and Rue
for like no, this is cruel. This is cruel. I'm not gonna let him make fun of himself for the next 20
I'm literally
seconds.
in the closet broadcasting like a little man child. It's yeah, I know. This is what the last year of the pandemic has done to me. It's aged me horribly.
Lance, Lance, I guess we found a more recent time that he lied about it. It was called Your Show. But again, Mike, you say he made millions. What is your proof? Well, the proof that we have is that he was charged, and the criminal conspiracy was originally charged for $3.2 million of proceeds from, the human smuggling, the profit they made. And then he was found to owe $1 million with all the defendants together. And as we know, in America, oftentimes criminals are not liable for their entire haul. Happens all the time with banks where they settle for less.
Wait, that doesn't sound like evidence. That sounds like an intuition, assertion, conjecture. I'm just saying, like, where's the documents? Where's the documents, Mike? You were so gun-ho on bringing the documents, but now there's no documents. But let's go. We're almost finished,
than they
guys.
stole. It happens all the time. Just because the government's final judgment was a number doesn't mean that's all that you made. So likely they made profit from this. So that's the reality. Bo is going around lying about it. That's why I made my video. And
why is he like? I don't think this is Lance music in the background. There's like, oh, you know what? I will give you guys this. I guess I'm gonna stream for like 8 hours tomorrow. I'm gonna be like doing art. I'm gonna be doing like videos. I actually may catch up on some videos that I've been missing out this week because doing this shit. So yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I want you guys to let me know if on the weekends when I'm not working or when I don't have my daughter. I want you guys to let me know if that's the 8-hour streams that you want to see. Shit like this. Oh God! But let's continue.
If you think that his videos are good, first of all, I don't think you watch them because they're not good. His videos are 90%. Biden did a good thing today. That's the reality. He's lying. Oh, I cared about immigration. I'm very pro-immigration. Wink, 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 wink.
This is the part that's really telling. This is the part where I was like, well, you genuinely just hate Beau of the Fifth Column then.
Like, everybody sees this shit. Like, everybody sees this shit. Wow. Everybody sees this shit. It is literally, this is Mike telling on himself. It's literally that just Mike just doesn't like Beau. That's all it is. That's all it is. Mike just doesn't like him, and anything that he can do to like shit on him and bring him down because Beau's not a true leftist because he has a past. But let's continue.
We could have saved so much time. We wouldn't have had to go down this road.
What a fucking lie. That's the truth. So, if you hate me because I bring up the truth about Beau, what is wrong with you? It's a YouTube creator. This isn't AOC. This isn't somebody out there fighting for real shit. This is the guy making YouTube content. I think that when someone says cancel culture, what they really mean is, I'm a content creator and I want to be able to act with impunity and never have even mild accountability. Again, I didn't ask for him to be deplatformed. I didn't ask for him to be banned. I said, you have to answer this and be honest and stop lying to your audience and others about who you are and what you did.
Wait, do you guys think that Mike seems a little angry? I'm just saying, maybe Mike seems a little angry. But let's get in. This is hopefully the last time I have to talk about this shit. This is why I want to actually rush through it and get it done. Well, not rush through it, but you guys know what I mean.
And people framed that as Mike is clout chasing, Mike is hurting the left. Mike is making money from it. If anything, this hurt my channel. And I knew it.
You've got 4,300 fucking sub. That's over $10,000 a month. What? Be honest.
It would hurt my channel. But if you want people that just never comment on anything that the left does and let everything slide, if you want blue MAGA, there's a million of those people. I thought you were leftists. I thought Blue No Matter Who was disgusting to you. What happened? I thought you were critiquing capitalism, critiquing our society, and you cared about justice. What happened? I even heard someone use the word grifter, and I asked them exactly how it was grifting when you've never mentioned Bo until this week. Because I didn't like his content, so I didn't watch it. But then I found out about the horrible things he did and the lies he tells.
Okay, that one's not true. You've watched his videos multiple times on your stream. I'm just going to call that one out for what it is.
And I made a video that was factually based. And it's being framed as drama. Drama?
Wait. He almost called it, and I'm being targeted unfairly because, that's the shit that he wanted to say. All right, let's go.
Drama?
I mean, I hate to say it, but is he about to cry? Is he about to cry? He looks like he's about to cry. He looks like he's about to cry. I'm sorry to laugh. Oh, I'm a horrible human being. I own that shit. I fucking own that shit. But he looks like he's about to cry. Oh shit. Oh yes. Of course, it's Blue No Matter Who means that no. Of course, people can't change. Of course. Oh my god. Oh wow.
And yeah, I gotta admit, this hurt me. You know what? They got to me. I'm gonna admit it.
Oh god.
They have gotten to me. They have really disillusioned me about the value of the online left. Honestly. I was one of those people that was like, nah, this is worth doing. We're doing good. We have principles. Wow. We're not connected to corporations or local bases of power. We can be the truth tellers. We can be out there educating.
Oh, dim fool. I'm going to be watching this first. So yeah, it may seem like pedantry because I'm trying to go through the call-outs one by one. It's kind of just the linear nature of playing a video and the way time works. But I am going to go through the actual points itself. I brought receipts today.
I mean, this totally got to me. And it doesn't matter.
We could have talked video because of I thought yesterday I was incredibly okay. Here's the things that I think you get right. Here's the things that I think you get wrong in this. And I'm not defending Bo either. On top of everything else. Anyways, I'm gonna go through the rest of this.
The response is to lie about me, attack my. This hurt my channel. I lost 100 followers from it.
Don't you have 41,000 followers? How many YouTube subscribers did you lose?
You can only tell the truth when it's about the right. Yeah, good point.
I can only tell the truth when it's the right.
He pled not guilty. He never even admitted he was wrong, ever.
Wait, what?
As far as I know, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, goddamn, man. Holy moly, dude. Really?
Mike is
I'm gonna ask you as a human to a human, man.
Mike is mad.
Do you really not care about hundreds of people being trafficked?
Wait, what?
For this guy's profit?
Dim fool, are you listening to anything I say when I respond to you? If a right-winger did this and lied about it forever, would you defend? What part of Bo have I defended in terms of his, human trafficking? Or the call-out that Mike said? I said yesterday, I acknowledge, I think Mike calling him out on that conservative talk radio explained the entire... I don't think the federal government even smashed in his door.
Rush, I'm trolled. You hurt my feelings. If someone tries to hold someone accountable, call it drama. Profit from it.
Kit the creator? I appreciate that. So, I did some homework yesterday. I made some points. I wanted to back things up with...
Let's listen to this, and then we're going to call it a night, guys.
So, my first claim, my first assertion, Bo joined the organization afterwards, that he was an employee of theirs, that he was not the mastermind behind this entire operation, this smuggling operation, way back in the day. And as sources, I think I've only got really 3 primary sources needed for this. The actual Department of Justice releases, as well as the documents that Mike was using yesterday, the Florida Strategic Plan on Human Trafficking by Florida State University. By the way, this wasn't the Florida Bar Association. It was funded in support with the Florida Bar Association, but it is from Florida State University. But I'll be using that, Department of Justice, as well as, both releases from the Department of Justice. I think there's some things I needed. But anyways, for Bo joining afterwards, quote.
All right, we're going to actually listen to this, and then we're going to call it a night, guys. I thank everybody who stayed up this. Yeah, I know this is a lot longer than what I normally stream, a lot later, but we're almost finished. Let's go.
The conspiracy began as early as 1999 and escalated in 2003 when King's co-conspirators successfully brought in more than 200 aliens to work at the hotel housekeepers using fraudulent visas. However, King joined the conspiracy in 2005. So they had been running since 1999. He joins in 2005. Quote.
So that negates Mike's whole thing about him being a mastermind. But let's go.
Last week, Anna Serf 57, pleaded guilty to 12 counts of information admitting her part in the conspiracy, which began as early as 1999 in Georgia and continued until this year in Florida. Quote, the ensuing investigation also revealed that U.S. citizen Justin King was employed as the front man for Eurohouse, negotiating new contracts with hotel owners and communicating with the state and federal agencies to further the conspiracy. Employed. He was an employee. He was contracted by them. He joined in 2005 for an organization that had been running since 1999. Second claim, his co-conspirators all testified against him. King was convicted on 7 counts of visa fraud and alien smuggling and sentenced to 41 months in prison. Swearwin, Berman, and Finkel received respective sentences of 18, 23, and 12 months in prison. The defendants were also found to be liable for joint forfeiture of 1 million. King's 3 co-conspirators, Anna Svirsion, sorry, I'm butchering these names, Alexander Berman, and Vyacheslav Adolfovich Finkel, also known as Stan. I wonder if that was one of those things where he'd introduce himself.
Oh, God.
I'm Vyacheslav Adolfo Finkel. And then they're like, can I call you Stan? I was like, yeah, Stan works. Had previously pleaded guilty and testified against King. The 3 await sentencing. So yes, all 3 of them testified against King. King did not testify against them. Bo did not own the company. He was an employee of them. Quote, and this one is the best one. According to the indictment, Bertman was the chief financial officer of Eurohouse Holding Corporation, Eurohouse, and the shareholder of Woolen Inc. King was an officer of Eurohouse and Woolen employee, and Finkel was an employee of Eurohouse. Aliens living outside the U.S. would apply for non-immigrant visas called the H-2B visa, which permit the aliens to work in a country for a specified temporary time period for a specific employer. The indictment alleges that through the fraudulent paperwork presented by the defendants on behalf of the Eurohouse, H-2B visas were issued to more than 200 aliens. The indictment also alleges that the defendants could no longer obtain visas through Eurohouse. Then they created Roland for the sole purpose of continuing the scheme. The schemes. Yeah. Something else that people have been pointing out in the Reddit threads.
Wow.
Is it Bo, example, Bo made the claim that he made millions of dollars from this. In reality, a total of $1 million was taken in civil forfeiture from Bo and his co-conspirators. Forfeiture lets the state claim any vehicles or buildings that they were used in the operation. The state just had to show that at some point each guy had an alien in their house and a car. 4 houses and 4 cars could easily come out to $1 million. The prosecutors, okay, so Mike also stated this, the prosecutors, he didn't know that the prosecutors will focus on a very limited set of actions to portray the defendant in the worst possible light, which is the stuff that he read focused on 2 paychecks from a single victim. Whether or not Bo actually helped Uzbeki Jews escape persecution and pay people fairly aside from the legitimate fees, a prosecutor would never bring that up while persecuting Bo. They coach witnesses beforehand on what they say and they ask very specific questions and elicit very specific answers. Mike appears to accept that coyotes are good guys, but lambasts Bo for the fees he charged and living conditions he provided. Surely he understands that coyotes don't typically smuggle people in for free. The typical price for a coyote is $9,000. I did not know.
All right, so, God. This was a long one, guys. This was a long one. All right. I'm done. I'm tired, and I had a long day at work, and I had to do some stuff after work. But I hope everybody actually sees this shit and actually knows that, like, Mike from PA should never be taken serious. He is somebody who, basically uses whatever he can, whatever tactics he can to prove that he's the bestest leftist. And, I just don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, like, because, press F in the chat for Mike's respect. Anyway, guys, I actually wasn't joking about streaming tomorrow for a long period of time. I just may actually get on, do some gaming, also review some videos. But anyway it goes, guys, I am tired as shit. I will thank you guys for watching. Please, let's stop this gatekeeping shit. And one thing that I want to actually do, and let me bring it up, me and you. Let's bring it up here. We on the left, we need to be able to deal with conflict. I'm not saying that we need to deal with it in a incorrect way. Because I think a lot of people on the left, we don't know how to deal with conflict. And so the people on the right, they only know how to deal with conflict toxically. And we need to start learning how to deal with conflict. Because right now, it's making us all look like snowflakes. An example, Mike in his example is of somebody who doesn't know how to deal with conflict at all. Conflict resolution does not seem to be his motherfucking bag. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just seems like he doesn't have any, I don't want to say, he doesn't have any knowing how to deal with people. He doesn't. Doesn't have any charisma and is mad at people for not actually accepting what he says at face value. And that's the most dangerous kind of person to represent your movement. Because people can point and show, like, if you would actually take somebody like Bo, and if you take somebody like Mike, and you actually hold them up to say, like, hey, look, check this out. Which one would you rather have a leftist icon? I'm not choosing Mike. Hell, would I even choose myself? No. Fuck no. Fuck no. Anyway, yeah, no. I want to thank everybody who's watched tonight. See you guys tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your day. As we always do, take us home, Richard.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. They're probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy people. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
eating. The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.